Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Who's Ready to Read and Read and Read. One of the things that I was thinking about was like, you know what? And I just want to be really honest about this. I would love to just completely ignore the doors for the entire rest of the game because I have absolutely no interest in them whatsoever. And honestly, if I was playing this normally, that's exactly what I'd do. I would just be like, oh, okay, that first door, the mandatory door, really, really sucked. It was a 44-minute unskippable cutscene, and it wasn't interesting. So, no, 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 no. So, what I'm just trying to say is that not a big fan of the doors. That's just all I'm trying to get at there. But since this is my job, we're gonna go ahead and be weird. So, what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and do doors as they come, as a way to kind of gauge the pacing. We're gonna presume that as a normal player, that we would immediately do a door the second we gain access to that door. And we're going to see how exactly that works. But first, we have to start chapter 4. Kevin Graham of the 543rd class of trainees. In the name of the goddess above, I hereby appoint you squire of the Septian Church. Humbly accept my appointment. I pledge to offer my soul to the goddess above, both body and blood to her church on earth. Very good, very good. Succeeding rare for one of your age to be appointed to this position. I only assume your aptitudes and training achievements warranted it. May you strive to be a worthy guardian of the goddess's sacraments as her loyal and wholly devoted servant. Oh, if it isn't Kevin. I see you managed to avoid having your promotion rejected by the top brass. Splendid, splendid. Instructor, I really can't thank you enough for all you've done for me. I never dreamed I'd have an actual Dominion supervising my training. How sweet of you to say. Hard to believe you're the same boy who waltzed up before the congregation for the sacrament shouting, "Make me a knight, please!" I'd appreciate it if you chucked that memory into the furthest reaches of your mind. Thank you. Well, how could I? Had I missed your groveling, I never would have taken an interest in you in the first place. Not in a million years would I have thought you were related to Rufina. Could have asked her to take you on as your pupil before resorting to such drastic measures, you silly boy. Well, I had my reasons, let's leave it at that. Very well, it doesn't matter at this point anyway. Congratulations, you're now a dog of the church, just like the rest of us. It's good to have you on board. Thank you. I'm sure that's the most reassuring metaphor to be using on new recruits, though. That scares some of them right off. Please, you're not trying to position yourself as some sweet, doe-eyed thing, are you? Besides, I think it's a perfectly apt description for us. We go around sniffing out sacraments, where we then be tearing through the throats of the heretical fools who are enamored with them all the while. Can you spot the difference? Come on, instructor, I'm used to you at this point. I don't really care if you call me a dog. But you care if I call your beloved Rufina one, don't you? Not to worry, I can read between the lines well enough. Well, did I guess right? I owe her a lot, but I wouldn't call her my beloved. She's just like a big sister to me, that's all. Oh no! The romance flag. Make it sound like you what, exactly? Rufina? I thought you were in Remiferia, on a mission. I was, but I tried to finish as quickly as possible so I could be back for your appointment ceremony. I'm so proud of you, Kevin. It's amazing just how fast you've grown. Now you're a full-fledged adult like me. Oh, thanks for going out of your way to come here. I'm not sure I deserve to be called adult yet, though. I've got a whole lot of work ahead of me if I want to be half the knight the two of you are. Oh my, how modest of you. By the way, have you let Reese know about all this yet? Not yet. I'm planning to write her tonight. She's been real mad at me ever since I decided to come to Arteria, though. Hopefully this will cheer her up a bit. There's not much else I can do to make up short of coming home. Perhaps we should do that together at some point if we find the time. Oh, and while I have the chance, thank you for looking after him all the time. Ein? I have no idea how to pronounce that. E-I-N. I'm gonna go with Ein. You've given so much of your free time, and I do appreciate it. I think nothing of it. It proved quite a fun way to kill time. There's a fair amount of potential in combat arts and thaumaturgy, too. It's a shame all his skills are on the practical side of things, however. His academic side is less than stellar. I had this feeling in the pit of my stomach that may be the case. Ha ha ha. Oh, right. I've got to get going. I have to pick up my new room key and medal from the General Affairs guys. Sir, I'll talk to you later. What's this? You look so concerned. Feeling guilty because he followed you into such a dangerous line of work? Not at all. That's completely up to him and him alone. Never dictate his life choices. It's just that I think he'll make a fine knight, personally. He checks all the boxes. Potential, determination. I can see why you're proud of him. Call it a hunch, but I wouldn't be surprised if a stigma manifested in him just like it has in you. Well, I'm impressed. I don't think you could sense that of others if you didn't possess one yourself. Yet more reason to feel frustrated you aren't a Dominion. I know we're friends, but there's no need for all the flattery. My combat and thaumaturgy abilities are average at best. I wouldn't cut up for the job at all. I'm grateful enough to have been promoted from squire to knight. That's the upper limit for someone with my lack of potential. She wasn't born right, everyone. She can't be promoted too much higher. If only you saw things the way I do. Someone with average at best abilities couldn't have handled your Ouroboros case half as well as you did. Fighting off a man of that reported strength to a swift enough conclusion would be pretty feather in anyone's cap. It's just by luck we both came to an understanding. As far as Kevin goes, he wouldn't need to rely on luck. His potential for growth extends further than I'll ever be able to go. But he has one weakness holding him back. Poor boy is just far too kind. So kind, in fact, I could see him driving himself into a corner because of it one day. The Dark Stigma. It's actually Sigma. This is Mega Man X crossover. Alright, so let's open our gotchas, see what we got. Well, shoot. One bop and one fob. Sam? Prince Oliver? That's a surprise. Don't think this is a dream, at least. Indeed, it's not. I'd be overjoyed to share a sweet date with Shara in my dreams. One of a fine drinking companion, not so much. Yeah, this is real, right? Still, doesn't Shara count as a drinking companion, too? In a way, it's fine to be drunk with the joy of her company, but it's very much the opposite again. Alcohol involved. Can I help you? What? That's one of the most important lessons I learned during my stay in the barrel. True words never spoken. Alright, enough playing around. You guys mind filling us in on what kind of situation we got ourselves? I love how they just immediately, yeah, okay, what's up? You'd be a little shaken finding yourself in somewhere as unnatural as this out of nowhere. Explain. It's quite the pickle. I appreciate it may be hard to believe, but that is the situation we find ourselves in. Blah, 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 blah. Perhaps my life's toughest decisions lie ahead of me. Before me I find Joshua, Princess Claudia, Tita, and Josette. Julie, and even Newface Reese. Whom shall I gather into my arms like a warm blanket and exchange sweet nothings in celebration first? Joshua, you were pulling my leg when you said this guy was an Erebonian priest, right? Prince. Putting my deeply earned dilemma aside for the time being, it sounds as though you've been making some headway on unraveling the mysteries behind the place. Ask about the ghost. Yep, this is just a recap. Yeah, yep. Recap. This is... I'm actually reading this, I swear to God. This is pure recap. This is literally... In fact, this isn't even, like, old recap. This is stuff we just covered in the previous chapter. Yeah, the monuments are from the Benevolent Lady. The cube is from the Benevolent Lady. This area is her domain. It's why it's beneficial. And she's been placing monuments to guide us forward into Phantasm. There you go. Boom. I just summarized the entire conversation for you. So, do you have any idea who the Lord of Phantasmawood is? Why me? Well, from my perspective, they're awfully fixated on you. Seem to know about Reese's deceased sister as well. And there's the fact they're even able to summon devils from the church's texts. It's all pointing to you two, and you in particular. Oh my god, friend! He's in a jumpy mood. Hello. That's... Oliver. I have plenty of enemies too, Mueller. Please don't say that like it's something to boast about. I didn't want to say anything, but because you know, obviously this game kind of predates mobile games. But yeah, no, this definitely has some mobile game vibes. I'm not feeling very well. I'm going to sit the next plane out. Sorry for the trouble, but please look for him on behalf. He shouldn't cause you too much trouble, but as I'm sure you know, he can be a little careless at times. Bye, Reese. What's with you all of a sudden? Oh, I know. You feel left out because I'm the only one you had here and everyone else is all buddy-buddy? Sorry, Reese. Probably wasn't fun to have to sit through the whole happy reunion deal over and over when you can't be a part of it. I should have noticed earlier, really. It's been pretty insensitive, so I'm really sorry, okay? When are you going to stop acting? Sure, I felt a little left out for a while. You've clearly gone through so much together, and it's made you that much more fond of each other in the days since. Yeah, we had some amazing times. Hard to come out the other end of stuff we did without growing closer through it all. Watching you, how could I not feel lonely? How could I not feel jealous? You've been avoiding me for the past 5 years, Kevin. The thought you'd grown close to so many others while going out of your way to keep me out of arm's reach makes me sad. You know I didn't mean it like that, Reese. At the same time, I was happy you did. I knew how badly what happened to Rufina hurt you. How you were still blaming yourself for it. I knew you were driving yourself into a corner over it, and how you were taking on nothing but dirty jobs as if trying to punish yourself. I couldn't confirm it for myself for sure, but I just knew the rumors that you were desperate to burn yourself out through them were true. So that's the reason. That's why, as lonely as I felt when you were off making friends without me, I was really happy more than anything. Reese, you do know that... Except it turns out you haven't made any new friends at all. You're pulling the same exact thing you pulled with me on them. Every single one at arm's length. They can't get close to you. You won't get close to them. On the surface, you're a cheerful person having fun with everyone. But on the inside, you're as cold as can be. All you're doing is manipulating your own emotions so people think you're someone you're not. I've been watching you ever since we reunited. That's plain as day to me. If you're worried about me, you got the totally wrong idea with this one. Sorry, I'm good at a lot of things, but pretending to be someone I'm not isn't one of them. When I'm happy, you'll know about it. When I'm mad, well, I think you'll know I'm not good at hiding that either. The same transparent guy I always was. Well, I didn't say you weren't easy to read. For me, at least. After all, I know how genuinely shaken you are by the Lord of Phantasma's message. Their words, and that's of the Schwarzritter, always come across as cryptic, but not to you. Deep down, you know what they're talking about. You just constantly keep it from the rest of us and try to keep us in the dark. No, maybe you've even managed to pull the wool over your eyes, too. Come on, you can't seriously... Devour the new offering presented to you and display your seal once more. You know exactly what that means, don't you? Go on. Now, maybe you should sit with things out for a bit. You're clearly really tired. I get you're angry as you are upset with me, but it's starting to make you jump to really out there conclusions. Being tired's only going to make it worse. Can't you see how negative your line of thinking is? You can't seriously believe all this is actually true. I'm not saying I deserve all the anger. I totally do. I'm genuinely busy, but at the time I wasn't trying to face you if we did end up meeting. Still, we're going to be working together from now on, so enough. Smack! Yep. Everything you're saying is just meaningless. Maybe the others don't realize that, but how dare you think I, of all people, would fall for it? I realize I'm turning my back on my duties as a squire, but I can't bear to be near you any longer. I can't stand to see the Kevin I thought I knew so empty. Sorry you had to see all that. Don't worry about it. I want to know something, Joshua. You've looked into me a fair bit since I first stepped onto the scene, right? I have. I know you're called the Heretic Hunter. I know you're one of the 12 dominions that lead the Growlsritter. And I know you undertake the execution of sinners the Church deems most unforgivable almost single-handedly. I figured you'd know your stuff. Wouldn't want any guys whose backgrounds you haven't thoroughly vetted being close to your girlfriend for long. I can't deny it. Still, the only people you harm are those sinners, never anyone else. So I decided that for the time being, at least, you put a threat to her, or anyone else. Let's see. Weissman was your work too, wasn't it? Sure was. My job was to get rid of him. That's it. The thing I did with you guys leading up to that point was to get myself in a position to get it done without him catching on. It's helping all of you out, naturally. Yeah, I know. Must have been aware of the possibility that Estelle would be taken on board the Glorious, too. You thought allowing it to happen would help you in the long run, so you kept quiet about it. Ah, nah, that one I'm surprised you pieced together. Yep, you were absolutely right. I figured there was a chance she might get abducted, but I did exactly nothing to stop it. All I cared about was finding out what Weissman and you were up to, and where you were, for that matter. Can use better bait for that than her. I thought so. Yet all that doesn't change how I'm more grateful than words can express. How's that? Because if you hadn't nailed me back then, I would still be Weissman's puppet. I would have broken my own hands, with my own hands, what I value most in the whole world. The debt I'll never be able to fully repay. Ah, sweet ideas. Now you're just being cute. I know you're smart enough to realize that's not at all why I threw you a bone, right? I just wanted him off guard enough to create the opening I needed. Helping you was the perfect way to do that. That's all there was to it. And again, that doesn't change how grateful I am. Knowing why you did what you did doesn't erase the gratitude I feel, not the slightest. Really, it's just as you ended up quitting Ouroboros. You'd suck to high heaven if you were an enforcer. Honestly, you're totally right. Reese is sitting on the sidelines for now. Let me help you in her place. I might not be as capable of helping as she is, but I should be able to back you up. You don't need to feel indebted to me, you know. I'll take what I can get. But you're worried sick about Estelle, too, so there's your gold star reason for helping out besides me. So, thanks. I'm glad you got my back. Right back at you. Okay, sure. Let's go bring Chloe, because duh. And...
Take it.
Oh, okay. Back on support. Although, what's he do? Battle recovery, defense, reduce magic defense, increase magic, and reduce defense. In fact, actually, Olivier raises your magic defense by 50 freaking %. That is not a small amount. Jeez Louise. So, Melkorblade asks, how many star doors have you done? None! I have done no doors, although guess what we're about to do? I'm gonna be real, I'm not really sure of the difference in the doors, and honestly, I'm not even sure I care. There's doors, we'll be doing them. Hey, Act. No, I haven't heard about the fact that EA is selling to the frickin' Saudi Arabia Reserve Fund. Or the fact that it's going to destroy so many fricking IPs. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Can you imagine if EA still had exclusive rights to Star Wars games? Like, just think about that for a second. Okay. Yeah, EA hasn't actually been bad for years at this point. Legit. You know what really, really, really pisses me off the most? This is such a tiny little petty thing, but it's true. For actual years now, I've been defending EA as one of the better publishers out there, the better big publishers, because, and I'm going to be blunt about this, they're one of the better big publishers out there. They've been pretty legit to their people, and they've been making a marked effort to be substantially less horrible about their IPs. They've also managed to put out some legitimately decent games by virtue of actually supporting their staff. And then they sold out to the Saudis. Great. Yeah, no, could be worse, could be the Chinese. That remains to be seen. So, okay. I'm going to leave my opinion of the Saudi Arabian government out the door for just a second, because that's kind of irrelevant. No, I guess it is. I can't distinguish it. Yeah, no, the Saudi Arabia government is so much worse than China. On so many levels. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not great. That's it. That's the end of that sentence. Moving on. So do I have to have Zin in the party? Why do I have to have Zin in the party? Whatever. Like, I have Zin, can't I just, like... Whatever.
Right.
But, like... It is not necessary from a gameplay perspective to have the party member in my party to interact with a thing. That has nothing to do with going to the door. It's just padding out the experience. Like, we have Zin. Open the door. Oh, I should start a timer. Let's do it. Let's do it. I see. So I expected it would be a matter of time before you return to the Republic. Your mind is made up then? Afraid so. I've made the guys over there take care of everything without me alone. Call it A-rank Bracer's duty to his peers in society, I guess. Well, I suppose when you put it that way. I do wish you could stay here a while longer, but if that is your decision, I'll respect it. When do you plan on returning? Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I have to now. I made my mind up to leave. So, honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Yeah, I could ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvert for me. So, certainly. You're not planning to go visit Kilika first, though? I'd have thought you'd want to. That was part of the original plan, but she wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Her stance was if you're going to waste time coming to see me, use it to go back to Calvert earlier and get some work done. Well, that doesn't sound like a position you'll be able to talk her out of. That's no big deal. I mean, it's not like we'll ever never see each other again. I'm not sure there's anything in Zamora that could keep you two apart forever. Feels like that sometimes. Regardless, I won't keep you any longer. So that's one ticket to Calvert for tomorrow. Coming right up. Grancel Branch, Bracers Guild. Yes, he hears me speak, actually. Zin? So I'm up. It's Ambassador Cochrane at the Calverdian Embassy. She'd like to invite you to a hot springs trip. What? 2 days later. This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere's so relaxing. It certainly is. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown. Still, Ambassador Cochrane had me going for a while. I first heard about this whole trip, I thought it was just going to be the two of us out here. Oh my, you look almost disappointed, it isn't. I'd be happy to take my leave if I get in the way of your dream date with her. Good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might as well not be happening if you're not here. It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? Is it beyond you just to play along a little? You just can't help but mess with people, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed there hasn't any bracers left. Correction. I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else. Would you be happy if that were true? Hell no. Ah, you've arrived. I've been waiting for you. Ambassador, thank you for inviting us here today. Alright, let's all get naked. Zin, you first. Something that matters, Zin. You seem oddly flustered. Fine, you're imagining things. Who could blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man on a hot springs trip with 2 beautiful women. It's hardly a recipe for a calm and composed mind, is it? Knock it off. I suppose not. Or a little younger, I doubt I would be able to keep my hands off him myself. Look, I'm fine with older women, I'm just saying. I suppose that's enough joking around. We should get our dinner. Mrs. Mao is going to be making tonight's food herself, by the sound of it. The serious discussion can wait till after that. That sounds fantastic. So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up in Calvert, huh? That's right. It's going to be known as the Rocksmith Agency. As the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the president. Really now? I see. Presume it's so that Parliament can't have any influence over its operations. Correct. Perhaps this new agency's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. Last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failure to make prompt decisions or general ineptitude. Or being run in the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged few. Does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. We're never going to be able to compare to the Empire's intelligence division or Libero's old one if Parliament's at all involved. Quite. It's already difficult enough getting anything done in a nation with such a lack of unity. I guess that's the fate of countries that take in immigrants by the truckload, though. Honestly, though, I think that surprised me most of the president's actually being proactive for once. He's always struck me as a real conservative type, which isn't the type of thing you thought he'd go for. That said, given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising he would choose to act this way. Outside the country, we've got the threat of rapidly expanding the Erebonian Empire, while then we have terrorists and extremists. To make matters worse, we have an enigmatic society on the loose. Evidently, something has to be done. I think he knows that as well as anyone. Indeed. In the times ahead, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. And I think my introduction to the matter's gone on long enough. By the time I get to the point. Yeah, you got something you need to specifically ask Killick about, right? So what position in the agency are you going to offer me? I love a sharp mind. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. I think your talents perfectly make you suited for the agency and are eager for you to be a part of it. So you'll be offered a position of division chief. Which division? That's something President Rocksmith proposed himself. Privilege being the one to bring this to Killick anyway. Fair question, I suppose. Ordinarily, this would be a scout's work. But I've known the president on a personal level for some time now. He took it on himself to ask me to come to you, personally. That makes sense. What's his reason for wanting me? Surely you know that without asking. Or do you want to hear it said anyway? Your masterclass Taito skills are one reason for you to be selected by the president, but of all, he wants you for the exceptional analytical and information handling abilities you've shown in your position in the guild. There's just what the new agency is going to require if it's going to succeed. I can't say it does not make sense to me. I'm more dumbfounded you'd up and attempt to steal a capable member of the guild right in front of an active brazier like this. That takes some nerve. Well, I do think rather highly of you. I thought you'd be able to mediate without letting such trivial matters cloud your judgment. Still, what do you think, Killican? I'm not asking for an answer immediately, but I'd like to know what's going through your mind. It's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it. But you have no reason to refuse it either. Am I right? It's rare you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, I can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night, think long and hard about it. It was so you could do so that I booked a room here tonight. I'll ask you for your answer again tomorrow. Looking forward to hearing it. There's no rush. By the way, give me your answer tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Oh, and one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, remaining in your position as a simple guild receptionist isn't going to let you use your abilities to their fullest. Doesn't I to you both? See, that's an interesting statement because, and I'm going to be real about this, Kilika probably single-handedly contributed more than most other people, most of the non-combatants, to our victories in both of the first games. Right? Like, she was so on top of coordinating things multiple times when everything went to hell, right? Twice. Anyways. You went rather fast. Have you finished your bath already? Fast? Seriously, I was in there for an hour. It's not often I see you looking this deep in thought. Suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but just need one last push. Make it. Being here like this with you really takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years since Master Yuga's passing. Sounds like you went on a hell of a journey between them and joining the guild, too. You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. In reality, it wasn't quite as organized as that. I simply drifted from place to place before ending up drawn to one point where I settled. Much in a way that a leaf fell from a tree ends up floating down the river. Were you able to find that answer I mentioned a while back? No, I still haven't. Still, I do feel as though I found a conclusion of sorts. What's that supposed to mean? Say, Zin, why do you think I chose to take on the non-combat position like guild receptionist to begin with? Because you didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter? I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes. Not quite, though I'm not going to deny that the two of you are idiots. Hey, that was the one part I did want you to deny. I wanted to find out the meaning of the living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believe being able to better oneself through combat, while your opponent is the same, is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology had to be based around the premise of fighting. I can certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I also understand how one who lived that way would have no regrets when the time came to pass. Nothing has changed within me since regarding the days when we trained together. Yet with Father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder whether there was some way to make use of the living fist without having to fight. That's why I started roaming the continent in search of one. As I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence. And I felt powerless each time I did. So I came to encounter Liberal's Guild. They had arrived to quell one of those conflicts. Something about their ideology, putting the safety of civilians over all else, made me realize I just lost connection to Twitch. It made me feel that perhaps working under them gave me my answer. So that was what led me to start working for the guild. But even then, I wasn't able to run away from fighting completely. The nature of humanity means that the nature of humanity means that as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of how to quell conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me. No, they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time. Come on now. You know full well that's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all, end-all of quelling conflict. That's not what I'm trying to say. All these years I haven't been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all. I've just been trying to find a new way to live by Father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still. All while indulging myself in the comfortable environment the guild gave me. In that sense, I must be the biggest failure of Father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, chose his path and started walking forward along it. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of Father's and slowly reaching your own conclusions on it. In your own ways, you've been able to face up to reality. And I haven't. I've been standing still this entire time. That's the biggest load of crock I've ever heard. You've been walking forward just like we have. What? Just the path you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you've been helplessly drifting through, you've been building a bridge so others can cross it behind you. When the road is hard, you soften the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier trek. There's no shame in your way of the living fist. It's as true as mine and Walter's. Are you trying to comfort me? Sorry for not having a way with words. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is this. You know, as a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. And at times, it's like those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. Try to relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I'll bet you start seeing things you couldn't before. Say, Zin, what is it? Would you be happy if I returned to Calvert? What brought that on? Doesn't matter, just answer the question. Okay, if I had to pick, I guess I'd rather you be back home, yeah. Why do you ask? No reason. I've decided I'm going to accept the President's proposal. What? Just because of what I said? Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end, as well as a place to make better use of my skills. That was the best night's sleep I've had in some time. Hope the two of you enjoyed your stay as well. No, I did. I'm feeling very refreshed, thank you. Refreshed enough to take on the new position in a new environment, even. Then... I can't read that name, so... There we go. I'd like to accept your offer. However, I have one condition for doing so. Name it. While I am willing to join the President's new agency, I'm not willing to stop living in line with my own beliefs. As such, if I should end up feeling the slightest doubt about how the agency is being run, I'll do everything in my power to correct it from the inside using any means at my disposal. If he still wants my membership after hearing that, please tell him I accept his offer. Oh, that won't be a problem. I think he may well be encouraged you to take the reins. I think he chose you expecting you to fulfill that role should it be deemed necessary. After all, you have experience in the Guild, an organization which has managed to remain neutral and independent all this time. That's no mean feat. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Also, I need to get things ready for my successor, so I won't be able to return to Calvert for 2 or 3 months. As such, I won't be able to start work until then. That's perfectly understandable. I'll look forward to meeting you again in the Republic. Okay, look at my loyalty lies with the Republic. With democracy! Something on your mind? I was just thinking about what you said back there. Said you only 2 or 3 months to get everything ready for successor, right? Yeah, I did. What of it? I'm guessing it's pretty busy up in Calvert right now, too, so it doesn't sound like there's anything so urgent I need to be there now. So maybe I can stay here for a few months, help you get things sorted before I get back. You can't be serious. There's no reason you should stay around here in Liberia with me. Go back to Calvert. You don't have to be so cold. It's me, you know. Well, it's the truth. We'll end up spending enough time together whether we like it or not after I'm home. You don't need to go out of your way to make more now. Okay, fine, you win. No need to rush things. What are you standing there for? Sorry. You can say that before starting to walk off, though. I'm impressed. That was only 16 minutes. A 16-minute unskippable cutscene. What's really sad is that I'm actually thinking of 16 minutes as relatively low. But, like, think about that for a second. Think about how many games can get away with 16-minute cutscenes. Even RPGs tend to not have cutscenes that long. True, Maze, but wow. I think there's only one thing we can do right about now. Let's pull up the correct video. Here we go. Yesterday we had a 44-minute cutscene, Mr. Red. In this game. One cutscene, by the way, to be very clear about that. Yes, but you could skip ARRs. Who killed my bot? Killed my bot! Oh. We just lost connection to Twitch, that's what it was. God dang it. Hang on, hang on. Why are you defending this? I don't know. I don't like this one. Sure, I'll do. I don't have any milker. I'm sorry. I saw your question. I didn't have any answer for it. It's a scene. Calvard's got internecine issues. They feel very much like the Republic. Yeah, okay. Kilika's cool, but like nothing's changed there. End statement. I have nothing else to add to that, really. . It's not a bad scene. So it's interesting you say that. I've noticed that the dialogue has been worse than the second games. It's not as bad as the first games, but a lot of the localization and or writing feels a lot more... Oh, God. I don't know how to phrase this. Okay. Yeah, that's maze. Yeah, placeholder. That's a good word for that. I was going to use a cooking analogy. Like, you know, okay, I've got some flour, I've got some salt, I've got some sugar, and it's all in a pile, right? And it's technically all of the ingredients are there, but nothing is actually made of it. The specifics of cooking, the specifics of making something out of that is what determines the quality of the eventual product, right? And turning that into, we'll just say, a cookie, like a sugar cookie, right? I'm sure most of you in chat have had bad sugar cookies, boring sugar cookies, and really good sugar cookies, right? To me, that's how dialogue tends to come across. The ingredients are the same, but the resultant is very different depending on the specifics, and it's all down to very minute details that I don't have a better way of explaining other than it's down to minute details. And so far, I haven't been very impressed with the writing in this game. Um, it's not bad. Again, it's just it's there, and that's the extent of it. By contrast, the second game immediately showcased substantially better writing than the first game. Now, granted, maybe it's just because I'm comparing the third game to the second game, whereas the second game was a huge step up from the first game. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, like, I haven't been giving a lot of negatives or positives, although I do need to give a couple of positives while I'm thinking about it. Because, duh, basically, um, ugh, straight sugar. Ugh. 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 Okay, we're okay. That's on the gameplay axis, Mace, not the narrative. Although bosses can be narrative positives. And it's pretty rare, but it does happen. I have had sugar cubes. Again, I say, ugh. Yes. Did have a story positive I wanted to give. And of course, now I can't think of it. I blame you, Melkor. How could you do this to me? Yeah, sugar cubes as a form of measurement is pretty normal from where I'm from, have been. I don't know. It's a normal thing. That'll have to do for now. I can't remember the other positive I was going to give. Or I can leave the rain going. Okay, so there's a Josette one. There's a Still. There's Sin. Aren't we at that one? I kind of wish it told me which ones I'd done. Alright, let me rephrase my statement. I wish it'd tell me which ones were done in the menu where I'm teleporting to them. Like something simple, like dimming them a little bit, or putting like a little check mark or a star next to it would be nice. It's not the end of the world, it would be nice without having to cross-reference. Yeah, it would have been a positive. Exactly. Good day to you all. This place you're about to enter is an arena where history's strongest warriors gather and await challenges. They have the opportunity to be those challengers. Okay. First, the 4 of you will form one team and step in the arena. Then your team will face off against 3 others, one after another, with no breaks in between. I haven't geared up Zin yet. I'm sure you'll pick it up as you go on. Hee hee. Sure, whatever. Let's do it. I haven't been keeping track. Okay. This is a martial artist tournament. Why are we fighting 4 guys with guns? What's this music? Okay. That's a good question. Why did they get a team of 6? Hang on a second. Something's not right here. Oops. I mean, they're shooting me while I'm punching them. I'd say this is a rigged tournament. Bring a gun to a martial arts tournament. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sweep the leg! Yeah, thank goodness guns are useless. Whew. Imagine if guns were actually deadly in this setting. I'd be screwed. I've actually wondered more than once why they even added guns to the setting. From a narrative perspective, I mean. Like, the writers didn't have to include guns if they didn't feel like it. They have a lot of HP. Oh, excuse me. Mia wakes up. I know Gung Fu.
What's next?
What? The adorable but deadly Team Creepy Sheep. Okay. There's 8 of them. What the hell? I mean, what else are sheep good for? Right? That's just logical. Hello, Czar. I'm currently fighting a bunch of sheep. Trying very hard not to shout, "Wake up, sheeple!" It's a dumb joke anyways. The football field, yes. Or a Pokemon battle arena. Depending on how you think of that. Yes, I need Terra executed immediately. Yep, okay, thanks.
Savor the victory. We earned it.
Actually, it would be nice... Well, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say it would be nice if Nintendo sued Falcom, because Falcom would probably fight back. And I'm sorry, Nintendo doesn't have the case there. I don't know, Terra? Hang on, let me pull up the same exact source that you have for looking at that, to check that. Exactly, Mook. Anything even remotely Pokemon-y. We're putting up a patent on animals existing in video games. That's an exaggeration. They're not actually doing that. They might as well be doing that. Okay, let's see. Reverie, no. Cold Steel, yes. And Trails of Crossbell, yes. Is the answer to your question, Terra. Yes. Yeah, they're patenting soccer hooligans. So what do you want to put it towards, Terra? Is that Gilbert again? Hello? Can I help you? Why have you been just weirdly like about getting in my lap and then leaving my lap lately? Team Gilbert. Oh no. Truly the most terrifying of things that can ever be deceived. perceived. Or deceived, for that matter. I'm gonna laugh if they beat the crap out of me. Yeah, that's right, we fought Gilbert twice just in this game. Well, usual setup. Hello, cat. Can I help you? What's up? What are you doing? What? What are you doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? What do you want? You want down? Yeah, I'm letting you down gently. There you go. Where do you think you're going here? How's that? Hey, Kiko. You didn't plan that out, did you?
Charge complete!
I'm okay. Well, since Terra really wants me to mute the music, I will do as you command. Yeah, I noticed those are just straight up battle droids. That's going towards Trails into Reverie. Europa, Universal, that's 5, and Victoria 3. And thank you for being part of the show, as always. Let's get this over here. There we go. Hang on one sec. There we go. Okay. Wheel buffed? Yes.
I will. I hold in my hand the chalice of heaven.
No weaknesses. Oops. I mean, I could have checked my local documentary, but that takes a few minutes to load. It's a very large spreadsheet at this point. I love how his "I've been hit" sound effect is crap. That's so appropriately Gilbert, you know? I don't even have anything to add to that.
Hold on a second. Yeah!
Nicely done.
The winner is Gilbert! I'm kidding. It's funny. Congratulations, that was quite a show of skill. I put a small token of my appreciation. Physical. Now we can do the hard arena. We need an invitation for that. Okay. Thank you very, very much for the donation, Witcher Signs. Always appreciate. Thank you. You didn't put that towards anything, though. So if you want to jot that down for up to 3 future streams, please let me know. Side story. Finished. I think we have one more. Yes, we do. You can put it for all of those things. So put that towards Expedition 33, Horizon Forbidden West, and FF7R2. Done. Thank you again. Let's make sure she has some kind of gear. Something. Various stats up, various stats down. Does that vary, or is it just those exact stats I just mentioned? Because that's strength down, def up, attack speed down, attack speed, Jesus Christ, Lord. Magic attack up. Sorry, magic attack down, magic defense down, speed up, dexterity down, agility up, move up. Everyone in chat. We never use that. Yeah, I don't play it. At least I can use the mirror I just got. Okay, so it is static. That's what I figured, Moog. That's what I would have done too as a localizer. Just various up, various down. It's an efficient way to do it. Okay. There it is. So this should be our last door for the immediacy. Well, second last door, excuse me. We'll check the other one in a second. So, can a tale by definition have characters? Yes. How would I define a story versus a tale? A story, by definition, has to make sense. It has to be self-consistent. It has to be something that you can believe actually happened. A tale does not. The purpose of a tale is to get across a concept, a tale. It is usually done for morality purposes or allegorical purposes, but either way, it is not intended to be a story. Now, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It's not part of the rules. Meanwhile, in Western Calvard, bordering Blackbarrow, 2200 ARG above ground level. I mean, Aesop's Tales, you know. Hello. Valeria Lake's visible on the other side of the mountain range. Means we're almost at the border. Right on schedule, too. Reduce our speed to just 60%, Cal. Keep our course and altitude the same. You got it. Reducing speed to 60%. Course and altitude's both good to go. Alright, we're looking good. All we need to do is stay this course and we'll be there in no time. Time for us to kick back and relax, finally. Good job, guys. Didn't know we should be able to make this delivery on time, too. You're telling me the Capwood delivery service is all about trust, reliability, and happy customers. Without those, we've got nothing. Still can't believe this is actually our thing now, though. Same here. None of this would have been possible if Queen Alicia hadn't pardoned us either. I think I've never been as shocked as when I found out. Oh, wait. I meant to time it. No. Oh, I've got a timer right there. I don't think I've been as shocked as when I found out we were off the hook for everything. I know, right? And she paid off our debts with her own funds. That's the reason we can keep this baby and keep on flying. No one can take the Bobcat away from us now. 5 seconds later, someone took the Bobcat from them. Least we can do is pay her back with the money she used on our behalf. At this rate we're going, we should be squared away on that front in no time. Sounds like we gotta get ourselves a new job to help with that. Hello, you've reached Capwood Delivery Service. Yes? See. Tomorrow morning then, certainly. Absolutely. Alright, I'll see you then. Sounds right then? Where from? Calvert, actually. Someone wants a small parcel delivered to Grand Cell. It's Grand Cell. We can take care of that the day after tomorrow. And who would have guessed business would be booming when we started the company up? Makes sense, though. There aren't any other delivery companies that offer the kind of flexibility we do. Speaking of the capital, I've been meaning to ask. What were you doing in the guild there this time morning, Dawn? I only just remembered it, but it did have me wondering at the time. Alright. You've actually got a little something to do with that. I do? You see, someone sent a letter to us from over in the Empire, and here's the best part. That someone was none other than Joshua. Really? My god, Josette. There's someone who don't hear from often. I can't believe it took this long to mention this. I would have brought it here, like, right away. My bad. This morning was just so busy. It slipped my mind. Why don't you do the honors? Read it aloud. Sure. Dear Josette, I wish my hands were running... Oh. Maybe I should read this out loud. God, how Joshua's going around the Empire right now. What was he getting up to? Yeah, or wherever he is in the country. It's a big damn place, after all. Oh, wherever he's at, I hope he's doing right for himself. What's the holdup? You gonna read the letter or not? 7 o'clock, antique artwork. What? That's not what it says, is it? Yes, it is. Because it's in a letter. It's a receipt from this morning's delivery. What? It's the one that should have been given to the person we delivered for their records. You're kidding me! I got a real bad feeling about this. The letter from Joshua was in an envelope from the Empire, and so was the receipt from this morning. I'm so sorry, Josette. I must have gone and attached the letter to the parcel by mistake. Oh, boy. Anyways, I'll get in touch with the client right away. They should still have it. If I let them know that's ours, I should be able to get it back. Dummy! How could you go and screw something this important up? How? Do you have any idea how happy I was when I heard Joshua send this letter? Oh my god, Josette. I wouldn't mind Josette as much if she had drifted past this phase, right? Like, her crushing on him when he was grouping with him actually makes perfect sense. It does. And it makes perfect sense even though he wasn't interested in her at all, because she would have that initial, like, heart flutter phase and the initial falling for phase. But once he made it clear that he's turbo taken, and once it was super clear that Estelle and him were, like, OTP or whatever, yeah, she should have drifted into a different direction of chunk. Like, she could still be happy about him and still like his company and still be his friend, but, like, not this, you know? I'm really sorry. This one's completely on me. You got every right to be mad. It's always on you. You've always been the sloppy one. The one who makes stupid mistakes and screws everything up, and it's always on the rest of us who suffer for it. You know that, don't you? Yeah, I do. Hold on a minute. We might be able to get the letter back, you know? There's no need to be that hard on him. You stay out of this. Now, we only became Sky Bandits in the first place because you screwing things up. If you hadn't gotten duped into signing that contract, things would have been different. Do you have any idea how much... Josette. I get you're mad, but there's no need to drag that up. Dawn regrets what happened enough as it is. Besides what? No, she's right. That was all my fault, just like this is. If I'd been smarter instead of getting suckered in, we would have never been driven from our home. Now look what you've done. Some things are best left undiscussed, and that's definitely one of them. If it wasn't for me, we'd still be back in our ancestral home, living a life of luxury. With a cat! And biscuits! And tea! Okay, real talk, Josette is actually adorbs there. This is obviously a flashback, but holy crap. Drinking high-class tea, playing music, getting called to fancy parties from time to time. But nah, I had to go ruin it all for us. We got no attachment to our own lives. It's all in the past. That's right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I know that what we see isn't what they see, but I want you to imagine the gentleman on the lower left there approaches you and says, I'd like to make a deal with you. How many of you in chat would sign anything that thing pushes across the table towards you? I had to get greedy and fall for the obvious trap right in front of me. Because of that, we lost everything we had and ended up with nothing but a mountain of debt in return. The smile makes it the worst. He looks so creepy. Oh my god. Like he's eye-banging Dawn right here as he's just staring at him. I lost everything our ancestors built up, just like that. So if there's a bigger idiot out there than me, I've never met him. It's not like you deserve all the blame. He might have been partly responsible, but so are we for being such nice kids. That's not the point, Kyle. It still comes down to me at the end of the day. Come on, back me up here, Josette. You in trouble, boss? Or, sir? What is it? Got one of those red ships on her tail. They're societies, weren't they? No way. That's not good. I got it. We can't afford to focus too much on them. Number one priority is protect the cargo. Focus on shaking them off. Remember, lads, we got ourselves an emergency. Get ready for battle. We got jobs to do. Do them. Bobcat, huh? You been familiar with it? You could say that. I'm surprised by what I'm seeing here, though. Last I saw there were sky banners, but looks like they're running a delivery service now. Really now? Talk about simpletons. Looks like they have no interest in fighting us. Let's just leave them be. Not so fast. Have you forgotten our mission? I'd say they're the perfect target for carrying it out. Wait, you pulled my leg, right? Attacking them? I'm only to test whether they operate properly, but there's no reason to actually use them in combat. Please, my comrade, you're never going to move up the ranks with that attitude. If our target was a Royal Army ship, I'd agree with you. But it's just an isolated ship full of ex-bandits. There's no risk to be had here. I suppose that's true. Besides, the 13 factories want accurate combat data. There's no way we're going to get punished for doing this. We might earn ourselves a nice reward. Alright, you talk a good game. If this backfires, you're taking responsibility. Time to be evil. Did you see it, Josette? Yeah, I saw it, but what? It's not alone. There's a bunch of weapons I've never seen before with it, and they're coming this way. They really want to fight, huh? Focus on firing at them from rear to fight them off. Machine gun mode enabled. Everything in order? Yep. I'll get right to work. Braka, 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 braka. Okay, I'm not sure what's best. The stylized up images of the three of them, the cat in the upper left, or the logo. We're fast, we're reliable. You can always count on Capua. That's disorienting as hell. I do have a limited ammo, by the way. I only have 8,000 rounds. No! Dick now, game. Turns extremely slowly. Is that the last of them? I don't know. I can't let our guard down just yet. Heat signal coming in, 4 o'clock. You can see what it is? Get right on it. What is that? Looks like it's got a person in it. Whatever it is, it's coming this way. It's Gilbert. I really hope not. Bad for a bunch of silly ex-bandits. Their luck is about to run out. After all, no one stands a chance against the almighty Gilbert. It really is. It's actually Gilbert. It's actually Gilbert. This is he was in that thing when he crashed into the harbor at the beginning of the game. I remember. He's small, but he's persistent. Whatever you do, don't drop our speed, Kyle. Try and make us an opening to escape. I'll try. No. I'll do it. That's the Jedi way. When did Gilbert become the breakout character of Trails? I didn't even remember him from the first game. And I've never even heard of him in the later games. And yet apparently we're going to keep seeing him. And where did this guy come from? Did he just call me a jerk for shooting down his missiles? I just want to be clear about this.
What you get? What you get? Son of a... Take that! What you get? Damn it! You're finished! Damn it! Take that! Time to leave! Damn it! Take that!
And we're dead. Wow. Too much health, too long, and too much unavoidable damage. That's not great. I will say at least it refilled our health to full on retry. That's better than nothing. But, wow. If it's not obvious, I switched over to my mouse pretty early on there. Imagine if you didn't have that, if you were just playing this on the PSP or whatever. Yeah, Gilbert just killed Josette. It's kind of damning of him if you think about it, but whatever.
Jack!
The other mistake this fight makes is he has very few vuln periods. What I mean by that is most of your time is spent either, defending by shooting out his projectiles, or has him flying around like a maniac where he's really hard to hit. Most good boss designs understand there needs to be a vuln period where you can actually, start doing something to the boss. Sometimes it's provoked, like you have to hit them with something that then gives you a vuln period. Sometimes it's after they do their big attack. But either way, it's a very common aspect of gameplay design. Yeah, sometimes you stagger them. Sometimes you just do enough damage in general. Some games will actually make it so that the boss artificially provokes a vuln period after hitting you enough. That's kind of a comeback mechanic. And here's I can tell there's just nothing I can do about that beam attack. Other than eat it.
I'm in the lead. Get up. Get up. Damn it. I'm in the lead. Get up, you. I'm in the lead.
What is he saying? Time to bleed? It sounded like he's saying time to delete. Or leave, or flee, or something, but I think it's supposed to be bleed.
Damn it.
I am in a lead. My god, I blew that too. Can't be happening. How can my G Apache be finished? Where's the parachute? Is this it? No! This is the button to deploy the big victory as mine flag! Oh god, he literally is. Dakota, you're not joking. What should we do? Should we go down and recover him? What? Oh, forget it. I say just leave him. Lord Campanella seems to have quite taken a liking to him, though. You sure? I think it's all the more reason we should leave him. You know what Lord Campanella's personality is like. You'll probably find the whole thing much more entertaining this way. Honestly, I'm kind of with you, Bullifex. That was a terrible fight. Like, sorry for not commenting, but that actually took concentration, which is almost insulting. Yeah, no, that sucked. It could actually be a worse fight, but that's not saying much. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about audio spam. Yeah, I was kind of drowning it out at a certain point. I don't know if you noticed, I was actually using audio cues, admittedly, to try and figure out what the hell I was doing. Because there was so much visual noise, it was hard to tell when I actually took out like a rocket or one of those little mine things. So I had to listen for the in order to be able to tell, which meant distinguishing that amongst all the other nonsense happening. I already wrote that down. Okay. Moving on. Arg. I was gonna say, yeah, this feels like the first time they've poked at mini games. And given the engine, which is one step away from being RPG Maker, yeah. Did I get him? I'll say it. Best of all, it looks like he fell into Valeria Lake, so he'll be fine. Why is that a best of all? As I sighed, you guys beat it too. Damn fine job you did there. Worse. Trails 2 was a freaking good game. It got triple digits range, which says all it needs to. I don't think this game's going to match triple digits. Not for you, we'd probably be the ones swimming in the lake now. Yeah, you did great. Oh, there's no need to make that big of a deal out of it. Probably could have thrown them off my tail without my help if you had a bit more time. Besides, it was all possible because of Don's leadership. Yes, being told, shoot the guys, really helped. What's wrong, Josette? Oh, yeah. Just still stuck on that. There's really something to be said about being honest with one another. Hop on it, Josette. Josette? Hop to it, Josette. Oh, my God. If you got something you want to say, spit it out. I'm sorry, Don. Then you'll forgive me? For how badly I messed up? Also, I was saying sorry to you. You don't need to make me repeat myself. What's with you? I'm the luckiest bastard alive. Who else can say they have a younger sister as great as you? No one, that's who. Wah. Stop that, everyone can hear you. Sorry. Oh, and sorry for all that too, Kyle. Nothing like nearly dying to change your mind on things. I was securing the cargo earlier after we got attacked. I found this envelope on the first floor of the storeroom. Just wondering if I had an idea where it could be. Looks like our client didn't get a receipt or a letter. Man, everything at time, I think I can't get any stupider. It's from the Empire. This has to be it. It was a problem, but it's all fine now. Yes, she has something to think about later in her room. Not just that. So what's written on it? He's going to be leaving the Empire soon, so he's in the middle of looking for someone. Well, there is a personal message, but it's not much. He says not to forget to take it easy once in a while and look after yourself. At least it shows he cares about you in his own way. There's one more thing under it, too. This bit's from Miss Staff for brains. No harm in acting tough, but it's all for nothing if you go and get yourself hurt. She can just mind her own business. Sounds like something she'd write, though. Sure is nice of them to take the time to send us a letter, huh? Anyway, I'd say break time's over. Yeah, we're going to need to get a move on if we want to make our next delivery on time. Like I said, I think I'd like this whole crew a lot better if Josette just got over it, right? Just move one step forward from Psycho Crush into friendship, and this would be a legit crew. Instead it's just she's constantly getting wet over Joshua, and constantly butting heads with Estelle, and it's like, okay, game, I get it, thank you. Hey, we learned Bobcat. Again, actually. Oh man, now get out of my party and never come back to it, Josette. I suppose Josette might be in future games. I have no idea. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay, so get out of my party. And...
Take it.
yes, no men, no men. No. There we go. There we go. Okay, what did we just get? We got detection and physical and yin yang. Okay, so Chloe wants yin yang. Displays treasure chests on the minimap. It's a neat idea, but, like, it's physical, though. Let's put that on... Agreed, Bluff Alex. One thing I like about both 2 and 3 so far is that the ports and the arts, actually, are both... You know, port Fatam. What do I put it? Can I can. So there's the easiest to show you, Zara. So you see how those numbers in the required elements column right there? To gain access to, for example, Atlas Hammer, I need 10 earth and 6 fire. So the fact that a gem has 3 fire on it means it goes towards that requirement, and that determines what actual specific arts any given individual has access to. So for example, Calamitous Blast requires 21 black, 15 yellow, and 8 green and red. Devastation Blast is kind of similar. And yeah, here's actually our list of what they are and what they give. Nothingness. Cute. Divine Eye. Oh my god. Divine Eye is Scent, Eagle Eye, Information, Septium Vein, and Fortune all in one. Let me guess, I don't get that till the end of the game. When I don't really need it anymore. I know. New Game Plus. I think we'll just not equip physical for now. Okay, so there's one other door we might have access to right now. I guess there's actually 2, but this is the one I want to check first. As I say, we should have done 100 battles by now. I haven't been skipping randoms. Closed his report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of Northumbria by the Salt Pale. Also contained within his research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Arteria. Congregation for the Sacrament. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with clearance to do so. Sections of almost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. People have no idea how to price things, is the answer to that, Rex. An urgent report came in from the Haliask Cathedral in the then Principality, now Estate, of Northumbria in northern Zemuria. It stated that a giant white pillar so tall it appears to kiss the clouds had appeared on the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. By urgent order of the committee, 2 knights of the Grausritter, the 8th Dominion, aka the Roaring Lion, and a squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. I am looking at every door in the game, Below Felix. What do you think I've been doing all day? No, we've got a system. We got a system. It's just we need to get caught up a little bit. They hurried to the scene via the 8th Merkaba unit. Please note the Merkabas have only recently been put into use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m. this is what they saw. Enclosed is a photograph of the object now known as the Salt Pail. This one, however, is far larger than the term pail would suggest. It's more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arc into the air. The 2 knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. They were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in a direction from Haliask, or so it appeared at first, but eventually realized the storm contained not ice, but salt. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air has become powdered salt and falls to the ground like snow falling on tundra. The spread of that solinification process was startlingly rapid, and the affected area spread in the blink of an eye. By the time the Grausritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital turned to salt. Lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. The spread did not stop there. A day after the Salt Pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all the main highways out of the city unusable. Please note that at this point, the ruler Prince Balamut had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance, and by this point, roughly half the entire principality had become a sea of salt. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because the River Greaves stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the solidification process stopped at dawn. As a result, the knights were able to advance on the capital of Haliask with the hope of investigating the Salt Pail. That afternoon, they finally reached it, but what they found looked completely different from how it had been when they first arrived. In the center of the solidified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arc in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt, rather it looked like someone had carved out of it. It is now believed the Pale's mass decreased as the solidification process progressed. In its smaller state, the Pale had lost the power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to solidify was very much intact. Anything that touched it, even for a millisecond, was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, they required the use of the sacred tool Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the High Seat in Arteria. Since then, it has been kept closely sealed away deep within the High Seat in Arteria. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage it already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. To say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to its sudden outbreak, the hearts of Northumbria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away. Upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing both the physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned of the crisis were taken to gospel facilities where they'd be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It's been a restricted area ever since. Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Prince Balamut, attempted to rebuild the government. The committee had fled the country during the hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people. All authority he once had was gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of Northumbria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. It was also when the former Principality's armed forces reformed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of utmost importance. This is how the large-scale Jaeger Corps, known as the Northern Jaegers, was first established. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. First, the most obvious is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory is that its spirit was doing something akin to spatial translocation. No hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. More important, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Septian Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifact and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's power of creation, Committee report. Within the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There's some who have proposed it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pale to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the Pale should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Ideas. They consider various means for her church to make good use of it. Kevin Graham. Most realistic of these plans is to use the manufacture of the sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the Pale are cut away using high-pressure water and then surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing it to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact. Should the bolt successfully make contact with a human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in seconds. There are no means for reversing or stopping the process. The approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we still do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this manner. Still, it has been mentioned that should there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. You know, Weissman pissed off a lot of people when the church brings out the turbo execution weapon that nearly wiped out an entire polity just to kill you. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Trial use begins with the sacred tool, top secret works only. Permission granted to use in the execution of Weissman. Used in the execution of Weissman. Results extremely favorable. No damage caused the surrounding area. Target was successfully erased. Target, George Weissman, was orphaned by the Salt Pale when it first appeared. Oh, that's mean. A brief history of something is as follows. Joins Septian Church, joins the Congregation for the Sacraments as an official, promoted to bishop, declared a heretic, and 5 years after becoming a bishop, declared a heretic and excommunicated from the church. Okay. Received Petrify. How apropos. Okay. Probably Mook. No, I actually did want her. I wanted... Yeah. Yeah, when the church personally conspires to kill you, you have done screwed up, boy. That one, I think. This, if I've got this, this is the last one we have access to right now. Nope, we don't have that. Okay. That's all of them for the moment.
Take it!
So, we've had entrance exam results. Well, shoot. Okay, hang on. I said we'd do this the moment we get access to them. Out of my word. Okay, Lucas Slaughter. Oh yeah, speaking of which, get the timer going. Spring came, but it took far more time doing so than the average year. One by one, the magnolia flowers began to show their faces to the world, as if reluctant to let their long slumber end. And with the changing of the seasons, a brand new student of the infamous Genis Royal Academy set foot on the ground slightly later than her peers. Oh, here I am. Okay, I can do this. I like how Chloe's name is Transfer Student. Island Arrow. Who the hell is that? Ah, never mind. Nope, I'm wrong. I'm wrong all over the place today. I'd sworn to myself I'd stop relying on other people. I'd had enough of being restricted in how to live. I had enough of people following the rails laid out for me by other people. I was going to put my own 2 feet on the ground and start living my own life by myself. It was my resolve, and I intended to abide by it. Somewhere in my heart, I had already realized that resolve of mine was nothing more than an excuse. Social Studies, first year joint class. Settle down, settle down. I've got someone to introduce to you all. Your new transfer student, Chloe Rins. She's going to be studying social studies, apparently. You'll be with me then. Why don't you introduce yourself to the class? Of course. My name is Chloe Rins. Starting today, I'll be a first-year student of the Academy. I look forward to beginning my life in this wonderful Academy for some time, so I'm truly delighted to be here. It's an honor to be able to count myself amongst your number. I'm still an inexperienced child in many ways, so I fear I may cause you trouble in the next coming days and weeks. But I intend to work hard as I can for the betterment of myself, my class, and my school, so we can all get along. She wasn't expecting a transfer student at this time of year. What if she's from a rich family or something? She sounds stuffy, so it fit. She's obviously got some kind of special circumstance to be enrolling in May. Excuse me, can I ask a question? Where do you live? You're from Liberal, right? Yes, I'm from Gransel. You have any hobbies? Not especially. What, for reals? It's kind of boring. Still, no matter how much I think about it, nothing comes to mind. I suppose I could say making sweets. I don't feel like that would do enough to qualify as a hobby. Isn't the entrance exam for transfer students supposed to be crazy hard? It must be really smart. Harder than the ones the rest of us took? No way, that's nuts as it was. You must be quite smart. Chatter, 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 chatter. Okay, class, that's enough. I'm sure you all must have things you want to ask our new student, but they can wait till after class. Go on, take a seat, Chloe. Yes, ma'am. Alright then, time to start a lesson. If you would, open your textbooks to page 23. Mysterious transfer student. Now there's a surefire recipe for catching my interest. 2 weeks passed. Despite the passing of time, the student's interest in the transfer student showed no signs of letting up, and she was soon the talk of the whole school. All anyone wanted to talk about was her. How smart she was, how unusually polite she was, among other things. How much you're screwing up your footrest. Her peers thought the formalities were largely due to her nerves, and she would naturally ease up over time, but the reality was somewhat different. Glad that's over. Glad I attended class today. We ended up covering so much. It's a choice? Come on, Monica. Time for practice. Coming. Oh dear, did everyone go home already? I haven't handed out all the printouts yet. Oh, it's Miss Viola. She looks like she needs help with something. Maybe I can volunteer? No time like the present. And Miss Viola, is there anything I can help you with? You seem rather troubled about something. Well, there is, but I feel bad asking you to help me with it. Well, if you insist. Of course. Here's a pile of printouts. Did you hand these out to all the social students, then? One each. They're rather important, too, so try and see that everyone gets one. I'll get to work right away. Thank you so much. Gotta run! There's a staff meeting starting soon. Bye! Woo. Let's see. How's the list of these year's credits? Well, these handed out right away. We'll start with the students still here. After that, I can go speak with the ones who have gone to their respective clubs, as well as the ones who've returned to their dormitories. Okay, to White I go. Oh my god, it's playable. It's the first one of these that's playable. Really? I had no idea. Well, the Republic's pretty huge in terms of landmass and all. Just traveling on foot isn't going to cut it. You need more effective means of transportation. Excuse me. Oh, hello. You help me, honey? Oh, you see, Miss Viola has entrusted me with the task of giving printouts to all the social students. Studies students. This is for all the credits. Thanks for going out of your way to deliver these, Claire. Not at all. Oh man, I just can't wait to go back to school. Crazy how polite she is, huh? Yeah, I guess. She's a bit too polite, though. Makes it hard to feel comfortable talking to her. Ugh. Could she just be rude just for once? Just walk over like, here's your crap! What? Sorry for troubling you. I'm backing Felicity, naturally. She didn't have any interest in the position, unfortunately. I'm not gonna let that stop me, though. I'm sure I can think of something to change her mind. In my experience, Leo's observations are always worth keeping a close eye on. I can't believe he was able to work out the properties of this material from so little data, but that's just what he does. He didn't rely on guesswork either. His evidence and belief is so sound. I don't need to look up to him. Yeah, fictional schools, like most fictional things, are better than real life. What are you doing? Have you settled in? Well, I'd like to think so. Thank you very much for your help in the enrollment process. Thanks to you, I was able to begin a new life without any problem at all. I'm just glad to be of assistance. If there's anything else you need help with, you need only ask. I'll do what I can. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you very much. She sure is gorgeous, isn't she? She's here as an exchange student from the Principality of Romerfuria to the north. I wonder if all the girls there are as pretty. I wish I was. I don't know, I've heard that Swedish girls are apparently all gorgeous or something. I don't know. I think it's Swedish. Maybe it's Finnish. I don't know. I know you. Chloe Rids, wasn't it? Do you have some business? Not personally. I've been entrusted with taking me on a printout. Oh, it's a list of this year's credits. What? Joint classes seem to be worth an awful lot while we're first years. Wait, physical education is worth 5 credits? Ideas help me. Well, if you'll excuse me. Bye. Wait a moment. Yes? Oh, no, it's just that according to this printout, our examinations will be taking place in 6 weeks' time. Make sure you study thoroughly for them. I don't want to hear any excuses if you don't strive for the top. Absolutely. I'll devote myself fully to my studies. Because that's what a good student should do. Give up your life, your health, your soul, so that you can test slightly higher. Logic asked if he could borrow one of my reference books, so I'm getting the process of choosing which ones to give him. He really is alarmingly dedicated to his studies. Not a bad thing, on the contrary, I think it's great! Okay, I was joking, game. Like, that's what that is, it's called a bit. You don't have to immediately follow through on it. Dr. Noonien soon, Lucas Slaughter. Although you're right, there is a character named Lore in this game. So... ideas on me. Where is that loser? I thought we'd found him by now. Lucy, I'm not sure I can say much more of this. Stop whining, you. I bet you secretly been slacking off with your search this whole time, haven't you? I have not. I just don't get it. We're swimming in eyewitness reports of him, but us running into him? It's not happening. Why? I don't think your odds of capturing him today are especially high, Leo. What should we do? I suppose we'll have to do what we can without him for now. The two of us can handle the majority of the student council work. We are going to need his approval in the end, so you two keep up your search. Find him as soon as possible. Right. I'll see you two later. Well, I guess we're gonna get back to work. If we must. Chloe? What brings you here with a pile of printouts in hand? Well, I'm helping Miss Viola with some of her work. By going after class and giving out printouts, you're one model student. I would have turned her down if I was in your position. How about this? I'll only give you a hand with it. Two of us are going to be walking around school for a while because of some other work anyway, so there'll be no skin off our backs. I don't want to trouble you. I was the one who accepted this task. It's my duty to see it through to the end. If you'll excuse me, I should probably be getting back to it. Good luck with your work. So, like, guess who's sharing a room with her? Me. Really? She's supposed to be a real genius from all I've heard about her. Sounds like one convenient room arrangement if you ever find yourself stuck at homework. I guess you can see it that way, but I don't know. She's really pleasant and polite, but it's sort of like she doesn't want to be super close to anybody. Yeah, I get what you mean. But if you're sharing a room with her, you can't be total strangers, right? Don't you talk sometimes? Not really. Hi, and good night is about the most we do, to be honest. I could talk to her normally. You encounter a student, encounter president, inform someone. You the new transfer student? Yes, that's right. Here, take this. I take it this is your first time coming to this room. There's no need to be so serious. I'm the student council's vice president, Lucy Silent. He's our secretary and accountant, Leo. It's a pleasure to meet you. You're very welcome to come here whenever you like. She's so pretty. My name's Chloe Rins. Nice to meet you. Pleasure's all mine. Your academic life here probably isn't going to be all smooth sailing, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Just try to enjoy yourself. I believe in you. Thank you. Looks like someone's getting changed. I should come back later. You new first year? This is the school cafeteria. When you want something to eat, come right here. I would like food that's edible. Oh, we don't have that. This is a school cafeteria. Let's see. She just offered help again. I already checked here. And there. So that just leaves here. I recognize you. You're the new first year transfer student. Chloe Rins, right? Yes. I'm Rigel, third year humanities student. I also serve as captain of the fencing club. If you're at all interested in what we do, I'd be welcome to stay and watch us practice. I wish I could, but I hate fencing. Sorry. I'm afraid I'm a little too busy at the moment. Thank you for your offer, though. Just auto joining reminds me of my training sessions with Julia. Wow, they actually had food at college, wherever you went to college, Lucas Slaughter? Food for us was bring it yourself or go grab it at one of the fast food joints that surround the campus. And it was very much fast food, not like, you know, anything worth a damn. There's a McDonald's over there, there's a Taco Bell over there. I can actually save. Holy crap. It's pre-COVID. Well, yeah. A lot of things were pre-COVID. Hey, Ricky. Why are we here? Spring is coming in my heart. I'm still in the middle of winter. Why does everything in my life have to go wrong? Excuse me. I know you. You're the transfer student, right? That's smart like you. Miss Fielder told me to deliver this to you. I shouldn't even need this. I should have graduated, but here I'm redoing the year again. I can't believe I have to do my third year all over again. This is the worst. I was full of hope when I first enrolled here, and look at me now. It's hard to say in this situation. Bye! No, for real. I was so excited when I found out I could attend here, and look at me now. I feel like I'm being toyed with at this point. It's okay, your parents are footing the bill. Personally, I think he made a major mistake picking that course in the first place, though. He's not built for all that work. Okay, so real talk for a second. I'm curious how many other people's experience converges with mine about social studies. So, how many of you basically don't remember your social studies classes in school? I'm going to go ahead and raise my hand on that one. When I went to school, and I'm talking up to and through high school, social studies was generic miscellaneous stuff. That was it was called social studies. That was actually the name for the class. And it really was just miscellaneous. Each school just had some other random thing. And that's basically it. And there was nothing there. Which is funny because social studies, if you just look at the words, should mean something, right? Study of psychology, interpersonal relationships, the dynamic of social interactions of humans, the bare bones of society and civilization, etc., etc. But none of that was in any of my classes. Yeah, occasionally it'd be geography, right? Like social studies was usually one of the, what do they call that? It was one of the science classes, so it got science credit. Where haven't I been? Yeah, exactly, Melco Blade. Now, granted, commentary on public education, we're walking. But even as a kid, that used to bug me, because I find the concept of social studies interesting. I've mentioned that before. I love psychology. I love examining how people coexist and interact. And the very concepts of society are interesting to me. But that's not what social studies was about. Thank you for permitting me to transfer here on such short notice. I really... Chloe, you undertook our official student exam, and you passed it. You needn't feel indebted to me or as if you had special treatment. If you say so, sir, thank you. Hi, Dr. Winter. Now, history class. Well, I remember the hell out of that one. Because history has always been interesting to me. Since I was very young. I was the weirdo, strange kid who'd go to the library in his spare time and read just history books because I wanted to. Oh yeah, schools try very hard to make history boring. There's a reason I went off on my own to read up on it on my own. There's only 2 history teachers I actually remember of any distinction. Like, obviously I remember all of them, but like, if I sit, like, the ones that gum to the top of the pile are a woman who falsely accused me of ripping off someone else's essay, which has always pissed me off. I've never quite gotten over. And a gentleman who was so biased, he wasn't teaching history, is how I want to phrase that. Yeah, exactly, cat. See, the cat understands. Actually, no, Chill Pangolin. Life is kind of like Dark Souls. The best we can do is guesstimate by triangulating through various sources that might be more reliable than other ones. We have a pretty decent idea of what's going on, or what has gone on, historically speaking. But even then, it's all guesswork. We're just reading item descriptions and trying to connect the dots. You ate a lot this morning, didn't you? I am gonna look up a walkthrough because I'm lost. All right. I wasn't even gonna get into modern history or whatever you want to call that. Attempts to change curriculums. Let's just call that what it is. Is this a moon door? Is this a sun door? Oh god, I don't know what door this is. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Malco Blade. That's why I'm just gonna look it up. I mean, in reality land, it's reasonably easy to say that, yeah, we probably do actually know at least a decent amount about, you know, events, historically speaking. Here we go. Okay, so we talked to Logic. We did not talk to someone I didn't even see. There. This is the one I missed. Finally, we've been waiting for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. What? You didn't do anything wrong. I was the one who made the mistake. I suppose you're right. I'm sorry. Like I said, I was the one who made the mistake. Okay, stop right there. Don't mind her, Chloe. She's kind of slow on the uptake at times like these. You need something from us, though. We're going to start practicing soon, so we can't hang out long. Oh, I see. Still, I'm not so sure Clara is a social studies student. This didn't seem like the best time to be intruding on them. Maybe it'd be best for me to excuse myself now and come back later. Oh, I know you came to watch us practice because you think of joining the club, right? That's another thing. Clubs. Almost every fictional school I've ever seen has multiple clubs as a way to pursue interests and gauge potential career paths as part of the curriculum, which is an awesome concept that I have never encountered in real life at all. Sometimes I like to go into the politics of those clubs. That's whatever. But, like, clubs? Give me a break. And I went to a nice high school. Evil Genius 2, Wrath of the Righteous, and Darkest Dungeon. Thank you always, Dr. Winter, for your support. Yeah, the closest thing my high school had to clubs was stuff that was part of classes. Like the television production stuff. That wasn't really a club, that was the class, right? Same thing with theater. That was just the theater class with the teacher. That's as close as I ever got. I'm gonna let her speak before bursting out the confetti and streamers. Seriously, just ignore her, Chloe. If you don't, we'll be here all day. We really do need to start, though, so whatever you need, make it quick. Sorry, I just came to deliver this, is all. Aw, this is all you were here for? Bread's list? I got my hopes up for nothing. Ooh. Yeah, that's all I wanted, so I'll let you go practice. Okay, thanks. She's kind of weird, right? She's the mysterious transfer student no one's talking about. You wouldn't expect her to be too normal. Oh, that's her, huh? Wish she'd stayed and joined the club. Hello? What? What is up with you today? Why do you keep going after my lap? I guess technically I was in one club, but it's such an asterisk. I'm not even sure it counts. I was in chess. This was back in 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. There we go. Finally. Where could it have gone? Oh, there it is. Whew. Excuse me. Hey, you're the transfer student, right, Chloe? Do you need something from me? Yes, actually. Miss Viola asked me to deliver these. There's so many classes here. Being a second year seems like it's going to be rough. Surprised you went out of your way to deliver these. Not like there's any rush. You really think so? Yeah, she forgot to hand them out last year, too. We got them eventually, but it was like forever after we should have. Might be pretty, but she's kind of not all there, if you know what I mean. I want to watch your back, okay? Like, you're obviously a nice girl, so if you don't, she might end up taking advantage of that. There you are, Monica. You realize we can't start without you, right? Sorry, coming. See you later, Chloe. Thanks for doing the printout. Not at all. But I need to keep doing what I can. Maybe I was desperate to cling on to something to keep losing sight of myself. The role made it seem like you don't broaden your horizons by interacting with others. But there I was, stubbornly refusing to come out of my shell. Was it really stubbornness? In some weird way I can't explain, it was more like obsessing over the idea I could grow as long as I pushed myself. Like I wanted to be left behind, it's like I wanted to be alone. As long as I tried hard enough, maybe one day I'd stop feeling like I was always running in place. I was better at speed chess than regular chess. I won pretty much every tournament at speed chess, but the other ones I'd usually come in like third. Oh no, I don't have a printout left for me. I've left mine in the classroom. I better go get it. Run! I can really keep going on like this. Poor Chloe. Cheer up. Soon this interesting duo is going to show up at your door. See, the transfer student came by earlier. Super smart one? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I should hurry back to my room and go over what we learned in class. I need to go over the credits list again, too. I'm feeling kind of tired. Hey there, pretty lady. You're the student council president, right? Bingo! Named Lecter. Such a gorgeous sunset today, huh? Yes, it is. So what are your impressions of the academy? Well, I think it's a wonderful place. It's well equipped in terms of facility, for one thing. Has everything needed to really cultivate a good environment for learning, and I'm happy to have chosen it. My hunch was right on the money. I know you'd take it that way. As opposed to... I'm sorry, did I misunderstand you? I was more asking about your life at the academy, outside of all the book junk. Maybe it's just me. You don't really seem like you're letting loose or having fun. Well, I do feel like I'm still adjusting to life here, so there's a lot I still have yet to learn. I'll keep working as hard as I can, and doing so, I promise. Was that really what you came here to do, though? Pardon me? You're too serious. You ever tried playing hooky? Like ever? At least once. I might not look the part, but I am student council president, you know. Our work's pretty damn easy, too. What do you think? Are you inviting me to join? Only if you have a thing for long nights filled with exciting paperwork and super enthralling schedules. Monotone. I know, I should have read that differently, but whatever. I was hoping for some kind of reaction. He's the president, there must be something respectable about him, but I'm not seeing it. Where do I put this? I feel like I couldn't trust him with so much as a 10 mirror coin. Oh. Whoops. After Millie was bugging me about showing up to lessons once in a while, I should probably cough up some new excuses to ditch. I mean, I could go, but where's the fun in that? Pissing her off's like watching a pot boil over, though. So whatever crap I make up better be really convincing. Yep, I think my instincts were dead on. I should be heading back to the dormitory now. You might want to watch how you stand when I'm kicking it down here. A view's awesome if you catch my drift. That way's the boys' dorm. Also, I'll never understand the Japanese obsession with underwear. No judgment, I don't get it. Several days later, after classes, the Student Council, an autonomous body run by students for students, responsible for maintaining order and overseeing student activities. The most important duty of all, searching for their president. He's not here either. What is that ruffian? I was sure he'd think he got us and come back to the council room this time. Sure of it. I swear every time we manage to find him, he gets 1,000 more times capable of hiding from us. If he be, we searched the school buildings, searched the dorms. What's left? The shrubs on the grounds? He's just taunting us now. Get it together, Hans. We're gonna find him. We're gonna force feed him every single piece of paperwork he's got piling up. Right on! Chloe, what are you doing sitting here? Oh, hello. Just had a little free time, so I thought I would try to use it productively. Is that lesson prep work? So dedicated. I can see how you're able to pass the legendary transfer student exam, entrance exam. It's really just something to pass the time. It's not like I'm working every waking hour of the day. Oh yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask. You haven't seen Lecter around, have you? Lecters? Maybe. I'm all scared to ask. He didn't try anything funny on you, did he? No, sort of. I'm so sorry. This is all our fault for not keeping that nut job on a leash. I don't know how we can begin to apologize to you. Whatever he did, we'll be absolutely sure it never happens again. Or anything else for that matter. Please, forgive us. We're begging you. It's okay, honestly. He didn't do anything major to me. Really? Yes. Just tried to tease me a little. It's harmless fun. Oh, he gave me a heart attack, Chloe. I thought I was gonna faint or something. Seriously, it's getting to the point where I feel like I have to apologize every time I hear his name. Eh. Hello, cat. Is he really that much of a troublemaker? Troublemaker. That's cute. Honestly, with a personality like that, he's a walking nightmare straight from Gehenna. But let's count how many times he's run away from doing his student council work in the past couple weeks alone. We've had enough if it weren't for the fact that he's usually out raising hell for people instead. Instead of doing our work, we're either out searching for him or apologizing for things he's done. The council's most important policy is, if he's not in our sights, the sooner we find him, the better. Unfortunately, yes, says Maristar. If you're thinking that can't be very effective student council, well, you're right. Something wrong, Chloe? Nothing, really. Speaking of Lecter, he was sleeping on top of the clubhouse roof not long ago. He was? That explains why we couldn't find him. We didn't check there. Careful, cat. You're the best, Chloe. Thanks a ton. Here, how's that? Not at all. It was actually Sieg who noticed him there. I suppose I shouldn't tell them, though. Come on, Hans. We got some trash to bring in. Damn straight. Thanks, Chloe. We owe you big time. See you later. Yeah, these are elected positions, not appointed. Hello, cat. So that's what he's usually like. My instincts about him being irresponsible, right, I see. Still, that question you asked me. Please don't flash back to it. Please don't. Oh my god. There he is. Aha! What? What? Where is he? He was there a second ago. I saw him. Why isn't he there now? Where'd he go? Said Chloe's heading off somewhere else. We should ask her again if she saw anything. Oh, sure. Can't hurt. I mean, she was the one who let us up in the first place. She'd probably be a useful asset in our search in general if we could convince her to help. Let's go down and talk to her. What, is he a freaking ninja? Is he Batman? Chloe, our favorite person. Oh, hello again. Was he not on the roof? You know, he was. He just managed to disappear before we could wring our hands around his stupid neck. Can't believe he managed to escape again. Doesn't make any sense to us, though. It's not like he was anywhere to hide up there. He was way too far to be able to just jump down. That does seem strange. So, you know, I'm wondering if you might have some idea where he might have gone next. Doesn't even need to be a specific location like last time. Anything useful you might have to share. Share away. Please. Anything will do. They really seem to need some help. I might have some kind of an idea. You do know something? I don't know, but I know someone who might. Let me ask him for you. Sieg. Nice moment of trust there. Whoa. You have a falcon? Is he your pet or something? Oh no, he's more like a friend. Gotcha. See, you haven't seen Lecter, have you? If he was that slovenly boy who was sleeping on the clubhouse roof not long ago. Scree? Scree, scree, scree. You lost sight of him. Scree. That's alright. Don't worry about it. Sorry for calling you then. Thanks for trying to help. Scree. Wow. Hero must be fast if C can't keep up with him. I think we might be too busy having our minds blown by you talking to a falcon to feel impressed by Lecter right now. You're telling me you're a true enigma. I mean... Okay, so I didn't comment on this before, but there's a stealth gag here. I'm not even sure they did it on purpose. You see, one of the joke hallmarks of a Disney princess is being able to talk to animals. And there's only one princess in this game. Anyways. No, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just genuinely amazed. That makes two of us. Shame that superpower of yours didn't get us closer to finding Lecter. Indeed. Still, if Sieg couldn't find him. I mean, he's inside one of the buildings. Probably one that's relatively quiet at this time of day. Actually, that helps narrow things down a lot. Just leaves empty classrooms, dorms, auditorium, and schoolhouse. Still leaves plenty of places if you ask me. Would you like me to help you? Really? You sure wouldn't mind? Thought he had something else you needed to do. I'm going to go and have a look around some of the clubs, but I can do that anytime. I do feel kind of bad about asking you to put yourself out for us, but you really would be a serious help. I think we could wish for better. You sure? Surely sure? We wouldn't want to force you. Great, let's get to work then. He's talking to know what hit him. Operation Find the Dickhead. Yeah, there he is. Found you. You're not getting away this time. It's time to come quietly. What exactly is it you're reading? It's kitty talk for dummies. Nyago. Nyan. Nyan. Have you've been sitting here reading all this time. I just closed my eyes and kept running forward through a vast, empty world, living the hardest that I could. I wasn't running to achieve anything. It wasn't as though I'd suddenly be able to leave the ground and fly by doing so. It was just if I stood still, the small, perfectly enclosed garden around me would suddenly feel too uncomfortably fast. Lecter was right. Just what had I come here to do? After that, Chloe decided to join the fencing club, so the skills Julia taught her didn't get rusty during her time at the academy. She also found herself being roped into helping Jill and Han search for the nefarious Lecter quite often, too. Then, roughly a month after all this began, everyone's favorite time of the academic year finally arrived. Alright, so I need to use this formula. Wait, this isn't right. What am I doing wrong? Exam season, huh? Students sure have it rough. You're technically one too, you know. Technically. You are going to study, aren't you? Well... I think that's a no. Oh, here you are. Angel shines her majesty upon us. Jesus, Hans. I know she has long hair, but damn, dude. Come on, Lecter. It's time for you to hit those books. I've studied for a whole half second today already, I don't think. No, that's a thing that's happening. Oh, Lucy, why can't I ever get you to do that to me? Hans! Han, be boogie. Wait, no time for fantasizing. I need to study. Oh, we're finally free. When this place wouldn't go easy on us, those are really hard. I just want to curl up in bed and sleep for a week now. Oh, Chloe, how'd exams go? Well, alright, I suppose. Oh, now, there's no need to be modest. We know you probably finished in half the time and got all the answers right to boot. Smile says it all. I wish you had your brains. Can't we swap? Isn't the place to be loitering, stopping people from getting to the stairs. Oops. Sorry. On one more thing. Student council work resumes today. I'm expecting both of you in the council room at 2 o'clock for a meeting. Don't even think about being late. Can I share yet another ProZD clip? I know, that's like 3 just for this series, but I swear it's relevant. So, the title here is that it's crashing. There we go. Jesus, YouTube. Student councils in anime.
Stop crying, you sniveling coward, and listen. You will provide the funding for the school festival, or you will live to regret it, President Biden.
Sir, I have a report.
Yes.
6 students were tardy this morning.
Put them all to death. And their families as well.
Understood.
The most effective tool for leadership is fear.
And then it cuts to actual real-life student councils.
Okay, guys, should we do a fundraiser? We could sell cookies. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, I just wanted to share. As for you, Chloe, you may do as you see fit. Put them to death. I guess that's his way of saying he'd like you to come along, too. You might not technically be a member, but you're honorary lecture catcher. We need you at this point. I'll bet he's acknowledged you because of that. Because believe me, that's a real special talent you got there. Not sure I've done enough to warrant that, personally. It's okay for me to go. Maybe I will, though. Sounds like fun. You won't believe. You might be a little disappointed if you go expecting fun. We'll be happy to have you, though. Fun or no fun. Nice. Let's get ourselves some lunch. Then we can head over. Hi. Girlfriend watch. I mean, the one that will always be my favorite is the one about streaming. Because, you know. Lectures here? What's the occasion? Hey, you say that as if I'm never here. I'm always here doing nothing, aren't I? This is being honest about it. Lucy, I'm so happy to see you again. You're looking well, Hans. How'd your exams go? Well, I'd appreciate it if we avoided that fine subject. Looks like how you avoided all the subjects you're supposed to study, then. You stop wasting time and take your seats. We have work to do. Well, we're all here, so let's get started. Alright, first order of the day is talking about everyone's dreams for the future. You three go first. Speak your highest aspirations so we might hear. You kidding? Dreams? In this economy? First, I'll go over the Student Council's main order of business for the year. After that, we'll discuss our future activities in more detail. Start working on allocating the budget. Jill, you spill first. Tell us what desires burn within that pure, sisterly heart of yours. Desire to topple your presidency. Dramatic gasp. As you see, this fool will be of no use to alter in the proceedings. Expect a diddly squat from him. When he's not here, he causes trouble. When he's here, he causes trouble. Moving along, if we go by our usual pattern for the next year, next month will be... I'm exhausted. Trying to find lectures exhausting, but somehow not having to do it ends up being just as tiring. At least I was finally reunited with my beloved Lucy. I'm dying of loneliness for not getting to see her during exams. You liar, you went and met her this morning, didn't you? Something about seeing her before your exams, making you do better in them. You're right, I saw you too. Oh, hey. Just when I needed, a few people look like they've got nothing to do. We're a hell of a lot busier than you are. Well, you need to go around and meet with the heads of the Academy's clubs and drafting up a budget. Oh, okay. Guess it's up to you, Chloe. Me? Hi, Mr. Floyd. Here's an envelope. Something that needs to be delivered to the mayor of Rouen. Liv's not going to take no for an answer either, so there you go. Enjoy. It sounds very much like it's your job. Mine? You sure you're not mistaking me for someone else? Oh, and Chloe, you got a feather on your head. I do? Guess that must have been Sieg's. He did say it was almost time for him to start molting. Couldn't think of it. How long has that been there? What wasn't there during the exams? That'd be so embarrassing. You know about Sieg? Did you actually talk to him? Okay, good luck delivering the envelope. Bye. I found an enigma. Edward Nigma. You're aware you just had Lecter's work unceremoniously dumped on you, right? Also, while I hate to be the one to break it to you, there wasn't a feather on your head. He just wanted to run his fingers through your hair. Unrequested? Unpermitted? Well, you can't get him, let him get this. You gotta go after him, force him to take it back. You don't have to do his work for him. I don't disagree, but I'm not sure he's gonna find him if she goes after him now. He's got enough of a head start now that we're probably talking, like, what, 5 hours to find him? 6? I think it'd be faster for me to just go and do the job myself. All I have to do is deliver it to the mayor of Rouen. Oh, we're hoping you to help us with our work, too. Sorry, Joe. Don't worry about it. No big deal. You know the way to the mayor's place? If you don't, I can help with that. Thanks, I know the way. I've been to visit it before, actually. Really? Sounds like you should be fine, then. Take care of the monsters. Uh-huh. Bye forever. Forever and ever and ever. Okay, fine. You have an envelope forced on you by Lecter, wasn't it? It's fine, of course. I'll make sure it's delivered. Head south on the highway to reach Rouen. The mayor's mansion's on the east side of the town, south of the block. Don't get lost. I wonder if this is supposed to be payment for doing the errand or something. Yeah. Good day, Chloe. Can I help you? Actually, I have some business I need to take care of outside the academy. So I came to ask permission to leave the grounds. Oh, I see. Naturally, I have no objections to granting you permission. Thank you very much. By the way, we have passed the Tita cutscene in terms of length. I've been helping the student council with the work from time to time, and a certain element of the work does involve a lot of running. That's all. I should probably get to work. Of course. Take care. Thanks, Dean. Should smell more chipper now. I suppose I have him to thank for that. That's true. This is the first cutscene that involves any kind of gameplay. Here I am. First time I've had the chance to walk through here like this. Not like I could before. Last time I came was during the 100 Days War. Whoops. Forgot you can't cross at this time of day. Guess I'll try heading to the mayor's mansion later. No big deal anyway. Lecter didn't make it seem too urgent. I see the town so lively. Well, it's changed the atmosphere since then. Well, he's going into the casino. He still isn't there for the reason I think he is. He better not be. Lecter, what are you doing here? For students, gambling is expressly forbidden. I don't know. I mean, I'm the student council president, of course I know. Yes, come to Papa. I found myself doubting how he could be more. I found myself doubting how he could be more by the minute. There we go. I should ask the dean next time I see him so I can make sure this isn't some kind of elaborate ruse. It's like the bridge coming down. Finally. I'll be leaving now. I need to go take care of your work for you. You stay right where you are. Right. Right, just a little bit more. You've been paying attention. Just stay here, please. Excuse me. I'm a student of the Genesrel Academy on student council business. Would it be possible for me to meet with Mayor Evil? Afraid not. He's currently not in. Business isn't urgent. Might recommend come back another day. I'll be happy to hear what you have to say. Oh, sorry, what I should say is, I'll be happy to hear what you have to say. I'm the mayor's steward, Gilbert, and the game can't stop shoving me into every cutscene it can. So you're a student of Genesril Academy, are you? Yes, that's correct, sir. I've come to deliver an envelope from the student council to the mayor. Oh, I see. It's the list of the Academy's students for the current year. As you know, students generally live in their dorms, and obviously there's a large number of them coming from year after year. Make keeping track of all the residents of the region that much easier when the school submits a list of students like this. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. To tell you the truth, I was once a student of the Academy. Not just any student, either. I was part of the student council as well. Genesis Council is a fine organization. They're as proud as they are noble-minded, true dedication to carrying out their duties and bettering the academy they serve and belong to. I see. Certainly, this was ever the case. Look at the current student council. The experience I gained there continues to be valuable to me to this very day. I learned to lick boots, polish boots, eat boots. I'm sure the same will be true for you in your adult life, too. So do continue to work as part of it as best you can. Thank you. I will. I'm not actually a member, though. If you'll excuse me, I wouldn't want to keep any longer. Oh, it's no trouble. If I can do anything else to help you in the future, by all means, stop by. Yeah. By the way, don't join Ouroboros. What? Oh my god, Dakota. That's awful. And average. That is seconds and minutes in a nutshell right there. Press a button 200 times. Oh, I wonder if he's still here like I told him to be. I knew it. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know where the student was who was sitting here is gone, would you? I'm trying to find him. Ah, he must be Master Lecter. The young lady came to collect him not long ago. She did punch him before they departed, however. I'm sorry for the trouble he's caused you. On behalf of the students of the Academy, I hope you won't think ill of us for the actions of one of our students. Our student council president, unless I really do apologize. On the contrary, Master Lecter is a valued customer of ours. Incidentally, should you happen to have the chance to speak to him, we've placed the coins from the game he was in the middle of in his pool, as usual. If you let him know that, it would be greatly appreciated. Alright then. I'm exhausted. I can't believe he's an active gambler. So far gone, I'm not sure how to begin trying to get him to turn over a new leaf. Hey, it's Punk Face. Something wrong? Oh, are you lost? No, I'm not lost. I'm just trying to find something. Like what? I can help you look if you'd like. You don't have to do that, but if you really wanna... It's a red stone, like really, really pretty. It's somewhere around here, but I can't find it. Red stone, right? Yeah, I don't get why I haven't found it already. Excuse me, this wouldn't have to be what you're looking for, would it? That's it. Like we're able to find it. Yeah, I'm Clem. Thanks. Hey, bye-bye. Are you alright? Okay. I'll escort you back home. We're in the past. I can get home on my own. I'm not some dumb kid, you know. I know, but you see, I'm a little lost myself. I was hoping I might be able to ask your family for directions. So while you might need help, would you be willing to go with me, go with you? Oh, well, I guess, sure, okay. Come this way, hurry up! Must be from Minoria. So I'm signed up for Blizzard's internal research stuff, right? And they just sent me an offering to do a whole survey slash playtest on Overwatch 2. The game of theirs I probably have the absolute least amount of interest in. What's wrong? Well, place he led me to his Mercia orphanage. It was somewhere I knew well, somewhere that was very important to me. It's also exactly why I knew I shouldn't be here. Because I was so weak-willed, I knew I would rely on everyone here and stop living by myself. I say that, but that was the first place I wanted to see as soon as I arrived in Rouen. Oh, how bad they wanted to run straight here. I knew I couldn't. I swore when I joined the academy to walk with my own 2 feet, and I would do anything to avoid the places that would make my resolve buckle. What's up with you? Why'd you go quiet? You want me to introduce you to the matron? Oh, I'm sorry. A little stronger than I was before. Right? Gotten used to life at the academy. I've made friends here. Resumed practicing my swordsmanship. I've gained stamina with chasing Lecter around. Maybe I'm ready to come back here. Maybe I'm strong enough now. Relatable. Maybe I can finally walk back inside here with my head held high and not immediately give in to weakness in my heart. Come on, you're scaring me. You're not sick of nothing, are you? I'm fine. Would you mind showing me inside? Sure, this way. Keep it up, or I'll leave you behind. Bye. There you are, Clem. Where have you been all this time? Everyone else is... Is that you, Chloe? You've grown so much, haven't you? Matron, It's you. It's really you. Oh, Chloe. Oh, dear. I see you still look exactly the same when you're crying. What? What's going on here? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hug you out of nowhere. Before I knew it, I was just so happy to see you again. Well, that's no reason for you to apologize. It's lovely to see you again, Chloe. You too, Sniffle. Oh, look at you. You're still the same darling lady I've known after all, aren't you? I'm glad you finally came back too, Clem. I wish you wouldn't run away like that. Just wanted to look for something, that's all. If you don't mind me asking, where's Joseph? He's turbo dead. He passed away about 4 years ago. Passed away? One day he went out shopping and Ron was caught up in an accident. I'm so sorry. Sweetie, why are you apologizing? I had no idea. If I hadn't been acting so stubbornly, I'd convinced myself I shouldn't come even though I love it here. If I'd just been more honest with myself. If I'd just come here from the beginning. Somebody there? Here you are, Clem. Where you been all this time? Ooh. What are you crying for? These are the children I'm looking after at the moment. Everyone say hello to our visitor. Okay. I'm Mary. Huh? What's going on? Hiya. Come on, Polly. You gotta say hello. Chloe? The Mercia orphanage you love is right here, you know. So it is. Maybe we shall have some tea? That seems as good a time as any. Would you give me a hand in making it, Chloe? Of course. From that day forward, I stopped avoiding the orphanage. I made a habit of going there whenever the opportunity presented itself. I buckled, exactly the way I thought I would. I was the same weak little girl I always was, forever craving the warmth of the orphanage and forever wanting to be surrounded by the lovely matron and the children. When I was there, the world felt bathed in happiness and smiling faces. And that was an evil, horrible thing. Because I never knew my mother and father, all my memories of this place were the only ones I had of my childhood. For me, the orphanage I could visit was now exactly the one I fondly remembered from then. When I was there, I could be at peace. I could keep deceiving myself as long as I needed to. Yet when I was there, I knew. I knew my heart wasn't as pure as I thought it was. My garden, beautiful as it was, continued to stay closed. Sorry. Chloe, chill. Chloe, you need a Snickers. 1 month later. I know I didn't intend to stay out that long. It's easy to lose track of time when I'm at the orphanage. Better head back to the dorm. Lights are already off? Jill must have gone to sleep already. Da-na-na-na. Bom, bom, bom. Good evening, my dear. Hello? What are you standing there for? Switch the lights off. I was just feeling so lonely without my beloved Chloe around to keep me company. I opted to turn the lights off and sulk. Never around for a days off lately. I don't know where you're always going, but you sure seem to love it there. Where you been, anyway? I'm sorry for being so late. I didn't mean to break curfew. It just happened. I'm so sorry. That's rude. No big deal. Teachers don't suspect a thing. I took care of that. It might not be the case forever. It keeps happening, though. They might notice at some point. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'll try to make sure to return earlier in the future. Patron Teresa might start getting annoyed if I start staying out too late, too. So... Huh? You didn't answer, by the way. Where have you been going? I know. It's a boy, isn't it? No. Chloe is clearly more into women. She's probably bi, though. But then again, I don't know. Her crushing on Joshua after Joshua got an address. I've just been going to an acquaintance's house. Acquaintance's house? Whoa. What relationship do you have with this acquaintance, dare I ask? It's a place called Mercia Orphanage. I owe a lot to the matron there, so since I live in the region now, I've been able to go visit more often than I would have. An orphanage? Hold up, that's the place between here and Minoria, right? Ah, fool, I was hoping it was going to be somewhere a little more scandalous. I should have known with you. What do you mean? Well, your answer's such a good girl answer, spending your days off helping poor little orphans. You're a true model student, aren't you? I'm impressed. Poor little orphans, don't you dare call them that! What right do you have to talk about them like they're objects of pity? And I am not a good girl. Excuse me. Okay, I get that Chloe's got some baggage, but that is a very strange thing to get weirded out by. I've done it again, haven't I? Me and my big mouth. Aw, poor Jill. Yes, I'm aware that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is buying EA. I'm unironically thinking about pushing forward every EA game way to the front of the list to kind of say goodbye to EA, because, yeah. I kind of wish they'd done it earlier. I probably would have done that instead of the Trails of the Sky block. Not that this has been a bad block, it's just now I'm not sure I'll have the time. That's not why I'm always going to the orphanage. Humph. Humph, 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 humph. Humph, humph, humph. Hang on. Oh, God. Where am I? There we go. Okay, found. Whatever, yeah, Blade to Roll is correct, Zectaf. Whatever they want to. Private ownership. What's wrong with me? My heart just won't stop pounding. Why am I acting like this? Hopefully, Mook, but probably not. You in there, Hans? Yeah, that you, Jill? Hold on, I'll open the door. What are you doing here? It's late. Did something happen? Not really. Your face told me that's a big old lie. Come on in. I'm by myself at the moment anyway. Try any fighting business, okay? As if. Now get your butt inside. So what happened? Something to do with Chloe, right? Can't keep anything from you, can I? You ever fought with her before? Not yet, no. It's time to just apologize before offering her opinion on anything. So we've got nothing to fight about, really. That's because you have? Yeah. I really hate myself sometimes, Hans. I just can't seem to stop myself from blurting out insensitive stuff, even when I don't mean it. She was really angry, too. Angry at Chloe? I can't even imagine that. Wish I could have seen it. Can you be serious, Hans? I am. I'm not sure how to face her now. So I don't want to go back to my room tonight. I sleep here. Proposal denied. You're sleeping in your own room, and that's final. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure she'll forgive you if you apologize. I don't know. Alright. Later, Gator. It'll be the first time she's lost a friend over something like this. Oh, Leo, you're sure back late tonight. I just walked past Jill, too. She was crying. It's because... Stop staring with a blank look. It's scarier than shouting at me. I feel like I can't understand myself at all these days. Please don't stand behind me like that. It's creepy. Someone's in a bad mood. It's not looking too good. I always wish I could have a normal life like everyone else. Up! Sign number 2 of being a princess. An ordinary family, ordinary friends, but wishing for those things doesn't get you them, no matter how hard you try. Nothing seems to work out. I just can't seem to make any progress. I get you. You're so frustrated you end up lashing out at a friend who's kind of on the dead side. It's not what happened at all. I'm not you. We annoyed her, but Jill's still very important to me. But I'm not wrong either. I'm not going there because I pity the children or because I'm a good girl. The children there are wonderful. They don't need pity. I'm going there because I enjoy being there, because it's important to me. I don't need to be made out to be some kind of saint for going somewhere I like. Because I'm not. That's not who I am. I just wanted to be family. There's nothing work out the way I want it to. No matter how much I want friends and family, I just can't get them. Are they destined to forever be out of my reach? You're spilling all the beans tonight, huh? What about you? Is there anything in the world you take seriously? Just one thing where you refuse to compromise. You know, you can be pretty scary when you start shouting. Forget it. Shouting at you isn't going to solve anything. So, you still don't know why you're mad, right? You don't even listen to me, are you? I just told you why. It's because I'm not going out of the pity. That's not why I'm going there at all. It's because it's genuinely important to me, and because... now we're just going around in circles. Sorry, this is born a sin. Where are you going? At least listen to me. I'm trying to have a serious discussion with you. You can't just walk away in the middle of it. Listen. All I'm going to say is get yourself a clear answer to my question. These things are like a knotted up rope. If you don't untangle the heart of the problem, you'll just get yourself more and more wrapped up. What does that even mean? That's for you to find out. Bye. Still kind of a dick. Bye. Oh, who am I even kidding? He's probably just trying to bully me. No, he's not. He seems like he never takes anything seriously, but in reality, he does. You still don't know why you're mad, right? Things are like a knotted up rope. Yeah, this is literally what he just said. He's right. Why am I so angry about this? What's got me so worked up? Why? Deep down, I already knew what I was doing. All that time I'd been pretending not to notice the truth, but I had known since the very beginning. To avoid facing that fact, I kept desperately clinging on to everything I could, telling myself I was right over and over again, trying to convince myself it was true. Maybe it was because I was afraid that if I accepted it, I was going to lose everything. That was why my heart was so restless. The next day, I guess this must be the place. It's not like I have it's not like I have to do anything too during the day. All I need to do is scope it out for now. Scope. I know I didn't mean any harm by what I said, but that's no excuse. I never should have made fun of the kids here without knowing anything about them. That's why I'm going to come here, get to know about the place, and then try to apologize. Maybe then she'll forgive me. Except there's no one here. Oof. Wow. This place is actually pretty cute. Yeah, imagine trying to burn this place down for a real estate scam. No one would ever do that, right? Bonk. Jill, what are you doing here? What? Fancy seeing you here, Chloe. Do you want to come in? Come in? Okay. Wait here a moment. I'll go make us some tea. Look, I'm sorry, Chloe. What I said was really, really insensitive, and I'm sorry for ever saying it. Don't worry about it, Joe. When I was younger, I lost both of my parents, too. You did? That's why what you said bothered me. In my head, I saw myself in them. I didn't want to think that because I didn't want to think that just because someone was an orphan, they were unfortunate by default. I didn't want to think that alone they were meant... I didn't want to think that... Oof, this sentence. I didn't want to think that alone meant they were doomed to spend life unable to have the same kind of happiness that others did. I didn't want anyone to say it or even to think it, but that wasn't because I was thinking of the children here. It was because I was thinking of myself. I didn't want to be thought of as a poor little girl either. Oh yeah, let me finish. I wanted to think I was getting angry on the children's behalf, but now I know I wasn't. All I cared about was myself. I knew that too, and that's why being called a model student or being spoken of like some exemplary human being irritated me so much. I'm such a hypocrite, aren't I? Lashing out at you as if I'm sticking up for other people when in reality I'm only thinking of myself. I didn't want to admit it, even though I knew deep down. I shouldn't have been so annoyed by it, but I was. I really am sorry. No, you're clearly not the one at fault. This is on me. I'm sorry. Why you were so angry with me doesn't matter when I said something I never should have said from the get-go. No idea what kind of life you or the kids have led. I wasn't trying to imply you were a hypocrite or anything. I just wanted to apologize. I just didn't know how, I suppose. Yeah, same here. I take back everything I said about the children. I had no right to be judging them when I'd never been here. Met them. I didn't know the first thing about what I was talking about. I hope you'll forgive me. Well then, would you like to meet them? Really? Alright, nap time's over. Come on. Let's go. They sleep in bunk beds. I'm jealous. Oh. No, bunk beds aren't that cool. It's adorable. They really do look cute when they're sleeping. Now I feel even worse for being so mean. I was more in the wrong, Jill. I knew very well you didn't actually mean any harm by what you said. All my frustrations just built to a point where I took it out on you. Seriously, don't worry about it. Let's call it a draw, okay? We're just going around in circles, aren't we? Still, I'm kind of glad this happened. Help me sort out my own feelings. In fact, I feel more at peace with myself right now than I have in a long time. Let's just hit home how important this place truly is to me. Although, to tell you the truth, all this fighting is tearing me out. You too? I barely slept a wink last night. Anyway, want to get going? Yeah. Oh, God. Vanilla WoW. Now that's a padding game. At least FF11 has a frickin' story. Kind of feels weird being able to talk to you this openly about it, though. We've been sharing a room all this time, but this is the first time I feel like you've truly opened up to me. Fighting aside, that alone's made me pretty happy. Yeah, I'm happy too. Thanks for coming today, Jill. I'm glad I did. May this be the start of a long and fruitful friendship. Of punching Gilbert in his stupid face. I'm feeling so sleepy all of a sudden. Sunlight does wonders at making you want to drift off. Say, I wonder if this is how it feels to grasp what's really important to you. Yeah? So you think that's the end, right? Nope. All this time, this orphanage was right here, same as I remembered it. All the time I was stubbornly refusing to come back. All the time I was wrestling with myself about how I felt. All the time I was right here, waiting for me to come back. Whether I was being a hypocrite didn't matter. I genuinely love this place. That's the only thing that ever mattered. And now, I know I'll always feel that way, no matter how many times I lose sight of myself, or find myself losing my way. It's getting under my eyes a little bit. I know that I'll eventually come back to remember who I feel. How I feel. This orphanage is just part of who I am. Oh my god. There's also one other important thing that I found myself realizing. I still hadn't thanked him for all he'd done for me, not once. Ah, there we go. Yeah, light blue on white. If not for the outline, that would have been almost invisible. Lecter! Oh, it's still going. Get back here. Today you're finally going to do some work. Eek. Chloe? I'm so sorry, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. That pincher attack didn't work that well at all. You have to do way better than that if you want to catch the almighty Lecter. How do you get up there so fast? There's a rope right there, but granted, climbing it that quickly is, yeah. You have no one to blame but yourselves for letting him get away. So long, suckers. Get back here. We'll see you as a sucker when you're chained to a chair under a mountain of paperwork. After all the times I've chased him around, I know there's got to be more to it than it seems. He's not making it look like he's up there. He's making it look like he isn't. Is that all there is to it? I'll have a look anyway. All alone with Lucy. It's like a dream come true. Heart flutter, heart flutter. In the distance, the klaxons are signing. Girl! Girl! I just wanted to ask you something. What do you think the most important thing in the world is? It's love, right? If you ask me, it's probably strength, I suppose. What? Speaking of strength, I feel like smacking Electro upside the head right now. Oh, poor Hans. Poor Hans. Hang on, I'm gonna pause the timer really quick. Hour and a half, by the way. Yeah. You start the timer. You need someone to hit, you can smack me around as much as you like. Dude. Nothing wrong? Nothing. Looks like lectures in here. Okay. What are you doing? I joined the Academy's music club. Today's our first practice session. Have fun. Incidentally, I'm just gonna say, let's give our best shot next set of examinations. Of course. Why are you spinning? Radio calonetics are a big thing in Remiferia. People always gather in a big orbital radio and do them. Wait, do you know what orbital radio is? It's a device you can use to listen to music and stuff that gets broadcast by something called a radio station. Got you now, you sorry excuse for a president. Time for you to accept your fate. Mickey? What are you doing under there? Let go of me. I wasn't doing anything. Then why were you under there? What's going on here? I'm telling you, I wasn't doing anything weird, I swear. Then what were you doing? Sorry, but crawling under there screams suspicious. That's what I thought too. That's why I crawled in there. I'm not following. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, I was out around the back of school building when I saw a guy who looked like he rolled out of a dumpster walking around. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so sloppy looking in my life. It's scary how I know just from that, from which person he's talking about. Yeah, me too. Honestly, it made me curious, so I had to see what he was up to. I ended up following him. Anyway, I looked around for a while and they wandered here into the auditorium. He was suspicious, right? When I was following him here that I noticed me. The second he saw me, he seemed to panic a little before crawling under there. I tried to follow him, but I ended up getting stuck. I was so close to. So in other words, he was toying with you. Maybe if you bothered thinking about things other than how best to skip class, you wouldn't fall for such obvious tricks. He was deliberately trying to get your attention by acting all suspicious and... by acting suspicious as all get out. Like he was trying to set you up. Not a student council president speciality. What? That guy's the student council president? You're kidding. He couldn't look any less the part. He's preaching the choir. Right. This. You're supposed to climb up using this? I knew I'd find you here. She pulls out her sword. Well, look what we got here. Great weather, huh? Perhaps so, but you can't honestly believe I came here to talk to you about the weather. If you have some free time to laze around on the roof, come and do some work. Everyone could use your help, you know. Hey, they need me a lot less than you think. Predicting the weather 10 years in the future takes a lot of brain power, I know. I need to concentrate right now. How does he think up these things? Still, going by my experience with him. When he acts like this, he's usually willing to listen to me. Lecter? I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks for what? A lot of things, really. You've done an awful lot to help me ever since I enrolled here. Because you're always trying to act like you aren't, or you're running away from me, I've never been able to say thank you for any of it. I feel like I owe it to you. Yeah, I'm lost. No clue what you're talking about. You asked me a long time ago what it was I came here to do, didn't you? I hated the life I had before enrolling here. I also felt I was being pushed down by everything and everyone around me instead of really achieving anything for myself. And it was that I hated most of all. I felt empty. I felt worthless. That was part of why I didn't want to try to answer your question or even think about it. It's like if I accepted how weak I was inside, I'd never be able to get any stronger. But that's not how I feel now. I'm not empty at all anymore. Thanks to coming here and meeting you all of my friends, I've learned so many new things. I was able to do things for myself, too, instead of just relying on others for everyone. Yeah? So that's why I wanted to thank you. Man, I told you before you were too serious, right? You've been thinking about that one offhand thing this whole time? Never saw that coming. You're trying to make fun of me again, aren't you? What about you, though? Why'd you choose to come here? Me? I had nothing better to do, I guess. Seemed like a good way to kill time. Really? As long as you're here, you might as well do some work. Wait. Tomorrow's the Student Council's general meeting, which means you have a lot to do. And you need to do it by the end of the day. There's a mountain of it just waiting for you to get started on. Hold up a second. Don't do this, Chloe. I can explain. I'm not going to listen. Spare me, please. This is the first and last chance I ever had to thank Lecter for all he did for me. The day after that year's Academy Festival, he suddenly registered his intent to withdraw from school. I was never seen there again. He was himself to the very end, though, making a sudden appearance on the Student Council organized play's final scene, ruining it for his amusement. Dick. And 2 years later, I ended up meeting him once more in a place and a way I never would have expected. Which, that's at 1 hour, 30 minutes, 59 seconds. Let me give me a sec to think about that. Have some rain. He wasn't being overtly evil. He's being evil to us, players. I think that'll do for now. What's it doing? Right. I'm going to chop off really soon, by the way. But I want to at least see where Chapter 4 is. Excuse me. Where Plane 4 is. Where are we now? Or I've been before, judging from where I'm standing. Oh my. Oh, this is the training area. In Lemon? They said it. What a beautiful view. This is a lot prettier than the last plane, at least. Especially in the real place that's recreated in Phantasma. Most likely, yeah. Just where is it, though? Somewhere in the barrel? I doubt it. It's not familiar to me at all. My best guess would be somewhere in the Crone Mountains, but the air suggests otherwise. Oh. Yeah, Le Locle. I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't ask me to. What's the Bracers Guild emblem doing here? It's like this really isn't a place that exists in Liberal. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any guild facilities like this anywhere in the country. That's what that matters enough. This is a recreation of a place in another country. Look out, the answer's right in our noses the whole time. This is Le Locle Training Center. I know that name. Wasn't it the training camp Estelle went to a while back? You know, last year with Annalise? That's the one. It's a guild-owned facility, all located in Le Mans State. Sorry. I've never been there myself, though. Only heard about it from Estelle. It leaves us with yet another problem to solve. Le Mans is fairly significant distance away from Liberl, after all. Yeah, it is. It's rather farther than both Erebonia and Calvert. Have they ever released a map of the continent? Real question. Because you'd think they have one with how much they keep track of everything, right? Multiple maps. You know, I may not have a clue of how a place like Le Mans had been created here. Why? If our enemies did, they must have a reason for doing it. Right? I knew you'd get John. Uh-oh. Time to kill the rain. Except I can't. I can't kill the rain. No! There we go. What the hell? Those are were-rats and rat knights. Oh my god, they're juicing. Look at them. Look at them. Oh god, it's the Skaven. No! I mean, as I mentioned in my spiel yesterday as a games, the mechanics of towns are still replicated. So, as you say, there are still healing spots and shops and economy and power progression in terms of Sepith and all that fun stuff. Like, none of that's gone away. And that is development time. That is not being spent on something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, what's the map here? Okay. Yeah, that's a good map. There's South Erebonia, New South Erebonia, New Erebonia, North Erebonia, Special Erebonia Zone, the Northwest Erebonia, Northwest Erebonia, Northeast Erebonia, Northeast Erebonia, Churchy Erebonia, the Free Erebonian cities, the Southeast Erebonia, the South Erebosian, the Erebonian Triangle, also Erebonia, and my personal favorite, Far Erebonia. Straight from the desk of Mr. Osborne.
Nicely done.
Playing to fight another day, huh? They're smart little devils. Devils do seem a lot more intelligent than your average monster. Enough to make me wonder whether he's another impossible fiend like the rest. I'm with you. I can't pretend to be an expert on monsters of the Maw, but I'm pretty sure they're not this smart. Looks like the plane is going to pose a real challenge. Here she comes. You have done well to come this far. Yeah, remember, Trails of the Cold Steel 3 came out the same year this game came out in English. I honestly, and I don't mean this as an insult, I honestly think that if Cold Steel wasn't making the waves it was over there, that we might not have gotten the rest of that over here, you know. It helped that 2 sold quite well. Sky 2. Overcome them all. The next path will open. A map. Be forewarned. The Lord of Phantasma's goal is your soul. I mean, she sure didn't stick around. She probably got so little power left now, it's difficult for her to show herself to us. So it seems. Must be a frustrating thing for her to deal with. So she left us with a useful gift. Interesting. Honestly, Erebonia is kind of smaller than I thought it would be, looking at this map. It's also weird how much of the map isn't filled out yet. I mean, I'm sure they have it. Hang on one second. Check something super quick. Oh, wow. You're right, Blue Elf Alex. Let me double check myself. Yep, nope, I'm right. So Cold Steel 2 came out over here in 2016. And then Sky 3 came out in 2017. Anyways, I'm going to chop off for lunch. I'll see you guys in a bit.